Hello. What working? The bot is working. Yes. So yesterday the bot didn't work because there was an API issue. Today the bot is working. I am happy. Lights. Camera. Action. Well, you know. Hi, Leaky. Yes. And my media controlly is working. So we're all good. Today we are back with Aquadine. Which is the mermaid story. Because honestly, I would just really like to know who the mermaid is. I do not know whether we will get that far today. This is quite a long story. We got one achievement out of 18 last time after like just under 3 hours of streaming. Just over 3 hours of streaming. That wasn't all reading the game. So yeah. We will see. So, as previously stated, I got a code for streaming this game. I'm only obligated to do one stream, but we were all very invested. So this is Aquadine, developed by Soft Colors and published by Rathaleka Games. This is a story about a mermaid and a gondolier. And lots of people with different identities. I have purposely not looked up anything because I don't want to spoil anything. Think with the host Nikki. Purposely not looked up. I have to enunciate really well with these subtitles. So we left it here. I need volume on my TV so I can tell if there's any volume on the thing. Yeah, I know, they're taking away hosting. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I can alter it. Did I knock? I think I knocked my camera or something yesterday. Oh no, let's just not stare at the ring light because now I'm blinded myself. So it should be like background music. And not overwhelming, but yeah, cool. Yeah, they're taking away hosting. I mean, they took away the auto hosts. They're taking away hosting. They took away friends. It's like, how are you supposed to discover streams? I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you all. And I guess because of retweeting, I guess. But anyway, all my plugins are now reconfigured. Though some of them are like beta versions of things because I didn't realize it was a major version update until I did the update to OBS. So right, that was it. We went to the school to try and figure out who's stealing the food, and actually it was a cat who may or may not be a demon. Cat called Banjo. But yeah, I've also got Robin, who is also CL, whose mum is ill, and then Elizabeth, who is the new girl, who's a singer that doesn't want to sing right now, and then, I don't know, it's all quite mysterious. But anyway, okay. I have, as usual, forgotten all the accents. I think I was trying to imitate the ones that because it's partially voiced, in that the characters do a little bit of a thing at the beginning of their thing. That was very explicit, wasn't it? Sorry, my brain's not quite awake. It's that time of the afternoon. I don't know why. I suddenly get hit with a wave of sleep. I will wake up in a bit. We will, yeah. But the narrator is me, so I can say me stuff. Several days pass before it's time for the field trip. The one CL has to do because his grandpa lost a bet with his teacher. Because it's a special occasion, students aren't required to wear their school uniforms. There's something else different about today. The entire town is flooded, just high enough to submerge everyone's feet in water. This is an aqua altar.
Hello.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if the... Good. Well, I'm glad someone understood what I was babbling around. Or waffling, as you would say, Leaky. No, I was not even that. I was just saying words. I can't remember what I was saying either. But anyway. Hopefully the yawning will stop in a minute. Right. So, Ciel and Robin are the same. So it'd be interesting to see how this school trip goes, because obviously he can't be two people at once, and he has to be the tour guide. So he's possibly called in sick. But mostly I've just given him like a posh accent. It's not quite the same. I'm not very good at mimicking voices without more of a... If this had more voiced, then I would be fine. I'm really sorry about the yawning. The yawning has absolutely nothing to do with the game or the story. It has everything to do with the fact that I had a very, very nice steak for lunch, and now I'm digesting, which apparently means all the blood has gone to my stomach and has gone out of my brain. Anyway. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ciel, and I will be your tour guide for today.
Pardon?
Is it safe for us to go on this field trip during a flood? I was skeptical to even leave my home this morning. Come on, Goldie. A little water won't hurt anyone. Won't hurt nobody. I don't understand how everyone can be so calm. Is this phenomenon considered normal in Aquadine? Yawning stops when you fall asleep, so yawning is good. People yawn for various reasons. Both mental, physical, and also potentially environmental. When I am trying to stream, I do not want to be yawning. So it's not good. I would rather be not asleep. I'd rather be awake and not yawning. It literally, I was not yawning until I started the stream as well. This is why it's so frustrating. It's weird. It's like, is my brain suddenly understimulated? Weird. Anyway. Is this phenomenon considered normal in Aquadine?
Why, yes.
That's right. This is your first time seeing an aqua alta, isn't it? They're high tides caused by a combination of the moon's gravitational pull and a strong warm wind. The stronger the wind, the longer it lasts. While the flooding can happen around this time of year, it generally occurs when it's closer to winter. Today isn't too bad, so I think a tour should still be fine.
How wonderful.
How strange, yet fascinating. I never knew an environmental hazard could be so openly accepted in this town. Well, it's still a problem. If this keeps up, Aquadine might become the next ancient Aquadine. Mr. Norton calls everyone's attention so they can finally begin their tour.
Hey, folks.
Everybody here?
What?
I don't see Cameron. Robin caught a cold this morning, so he called in sick. Most unfortunate. Perhaps we should pay him a visit.
I was wondering...
Maybe I should make him some congee when we get back from the trip.
Rest assured.
And I will purchase a bouquet of get-well flowers. Daffodils would be appropriate for this occasion. And let you know. She'll be worried sick. Oh, she won't care. I don't think. And I'll give him an essay. Still, I feel like it's better to at least stop by.
Don't worry.
Robin will be fine. It's just a little cold, so there's nothing to worry about.
If you don't mind.
In that case, please send him our regards as well.
Why, yes.
Will do. Now let's get moving. I feel like they should have at least had had two versions of this picture, one with a flood to visually illustrate this thing. But maybe that was too complicated. I don't know. Possibly could just have had a flood overlay, like halfway up the screen or something. After Mr. Norden checks attendance, the group tour begins with some fun along the way. Now, okay. By now, pretty much everyone has... Hang on, so if I do hide, I can see the pretty picture. So I was like, why would you want the hide? Because then you can't see what the thing is. No, you have hide, so you can appreciate the art and tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Why do I always tickle? I don't know. It's my niece's fault. That's why. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Wow. I mean, I wouldn't mind walking around. Your feet would get pretty wrinkly, as long as there's nothing sharp. Unless you did, like, water shoes, but then those can rub. You're not careful. You're better walking around in bare feet as long as it's safe and not slippy. Don't think the cat is happy. But yeah, clearly the act of walking in water does not turn one back into the mermaid, so it's not a splash type situation. Oh, now that's a dating reference. What was that, the late 80s, early 90s? Early 90s, I think, Splash. If you don't know what it is, it's a mermaid film. Look it up. But yeah, it's... I might do that to appreciate the art. Because, yeah, it makes all the UI go away. Really? Oh, God, it's 84, actually. Jeez. Why did I think... I thought it was the 90s, but... I guess by that point it was on TV. 84, jeez. Film's as old as my brother. Right, yeah, well I have no sense of time, so... By now pretty much everyone has their pants rolled up and shoes taken off to avoid getting their clothes soaked. People are running around barefooted, splashing each other and just having fun. While Anya struggles to keep a grip on the chubby cat, Diana has plans of her own.
What's up?
Hey Banjo, how about you play with me in the water? Without another warning, Diana chucks water towards them, but as big as the cat is, Banjo ends up taking up most of the hits. Cut it out, Diana, you're getting all wet. Ha! You're the one using her as a shield. I probably look really silly, but I don't care. Ooh. Let me hold her for a second. Even though Banjo is grabbed by the scruff, she doesn't seem to mind. Cat is rubbing her face all over Diana's chest to mark territory. That kind of tickles.
Meow.
She done this with you?
Well.
No. Sia, could you hold this cat for me?
Sure.
She doesn't like Sia. What did I do to deserve this? The moment Anya drops her guard, she is met with a second wave of splashes. Diana can't resist having her fun. Take this, and that, and that! To do that. I wouldn't want to be covered in grubby water.
What?
Oh, stop getting me wet. Settle down, you two. Let's save that energy for the rest of the trip, okay? Diana gets bored of bothering Anya, so she splashes Elizabeth instead. Oh, please stop.
Well...
When you're giggling like that, it sounds like you want more. Cameron soon falls victim to her splashes as well, and it sparks a bit of a temper. Hey, what do you do that for?
What do you think?
Come on, let loose already and let's have some fun. Fine, but you asked for it. Get over here. Cameron starts fighting back literally by kicking significantly larger waves in her direction. The sheer size of them is intimidating enough to make anyone believe they're inescapable. Yeah. No, Cam, that's cheating. Those are practically hurricanes. I think you mean tsunami.
Enough.
Hurricane kick! Another round of onslaughts makes impact with the water, capable of completely soaking anyone in range. It's Hurricane Cameron! We're all gonna die! Fear the wrath of the storm!
Well...
Perhaps we should have worn raincoats. Anya, who's reunited with Banjo, looks on as the others are enjoying themselves.
Oh?
You're not going to join them? Looks like they're having fun.
I'm fine.
Pass. Getting myself drenched is the last thing I want to do. Besides, I don't see you jumping in either. I can't imitate Anya's accent, so she became Scottish. Because why not? Well, it does seem a bit dangerous at the moment. Maybe later.
Exactly.
Everyone continues to play in the water as they all head to Ragati Pier. Oh! Bloop bloop. Okay, so we'd almost got as far as 2 achievements. So we could potentially get 2 more today. I don't know whether that gets us to Mermaid though or not. Possibly not. Eesh. As the class passes by the floating market, we're going to have a look at all the scenery now. I didn't do this on the last one, I should have. As the class passes by the floating market, CL explains historical facts for various statues and monuments. The girls don't hold back when asking him questions, but they're mostly unrated to talk. Despite how much it annoys him, CL always replies with a smile. One girl is genuinely interested though.
Over here.
This is a floating market where vendors gather to sell all sorts of things like fruits, drinks, and even small souvenirs. Some people bring their portable kitchens to serve dishes here. Can you smell fish being cooked?
How wonderful.
I can, and the sight of this market alone is fascinating. A lot of gondolas pass by this area, which is why it's usually busy. Today is the exception, though, because of the Aqua Alta.
You see...
I do not intend to be disrespectful, but what business do we have here? There's a traghetto pier nearby, so we're just passing through.
Pardon?
What is a traghetto?
As a matter of fact.
A traghetto is basically a gondola ferry designed to transport a large number of people for a more affordable price. Traghetti is the plural form. I'm probably butchering that Italian word, but I'm trying. It requires 2 oarsmen, one who stands closer to the bow, while the other is behind the passengers like a traditional gondolier.
What's up?
Maybe if 4 eyes tagged along, that wouldn't be a problem.
Hey.
Why are you still bugging Robin about that? He's sick.
Well...
Diana does have a point. With only one gondolier, how are we supposed to ride these spaghetti? It's traghetti.
Forgive me.
My apologies. Ha! Looks like someone's hungry. Maybe you're craving some of Cameron's cooking. I'll make some more spaghetti for you next time. There should be more oarsmen available once you reach the pier. You'll get a better idea once you see for yourself. Once they reach the gondola service pier, 2 older gentlemen appear to be waiting there.
Grandpa will speak.
Grandpa! It's Grandpa and the creepy-ass butler. Welcome, everyone. I'm Himmel, manager of the Cloud Company. Grandpa will speak. And I am Alfred, a volunteer oarsman. I am a butler who serves the Rhodes family.
One moment.
Alfred, I was not expecting your attendance this afternoon. Master Charles ordered me to supervise your field trip to make sure nothing suspicious happens. You know how your father is. Besides, I haven't seen these gentlemen since my days on the SS Newport. Oh my god. So the butler, the grandpa, and the teacher all know each other. The SS Newport? Why does that name sound familiar? Before working under your family, I used to be a sailor for that ship.
Pardon?
Is that so? But that means...
Hey, folks.
Hey, Weasel. Long time no see. How you been? It's Wesley. Alfred Wesley.
My.
Ha! You really are acquainted with each other. It's a coincidence. That's correct, right, Goldie? Even though it's been almost 20 years, Weasel sure hasn't changed.
Is that so?
Speak for yourself. You're still the same old jolly old man I remember.
If you don't mind.
Pardon me for asking, but was this reunion planned? We, the Cloud Company, reserved the Traghetti for today's trip, but because we're short on hands, I asked Alfred to come along.
Oh, yeah?
Ha! Yeah, sure pours a fast one on me, Cap. Still got some surprises up your sleeves. Grandpa needs to have some fun once in a while. Okay, my grandpa voice was a little loud, but I don't think it's peaked. I still have a whole bar. Yes, the vibrating. It looks like they need the bathroom quite desperately. So, yeah, that amuses me. But yeah, hopefully everyone's had a good weekend. I can't believe it's Sunday already. Still tired. I gotta work tomorrow. I don't have the problem with the work. I just would like to not be tired, so I can do the work without not being tired. Hey. Anyway.
Really?
Once in a while, I'm just a lazy old couch potato who never gets any work done. Anyway, we're ready to go whenever you are. Mr. Norton waits for everyone to settle down so he can go over the schedule with the class. It takes some time to decide how the groups will be split up for the ride. After both Traghetti... Excuse me! After both Traghetti reach the Grand Opera House, the class finally enters the astonishing concert hall. Every inch of the room is carefully crafted to the finest detail, including the opera boxes, statues, and ceiling paintings. Yeah, I always track my sleep. It says I get plenty of sleep. I get good sleep.
Over here.
Here we are in the most luxurious concert hall of Aquadine. As many of you know, the Grand Opera House is open to the public for a visit when it's not in use. But because of the Aqua Alta, tonight's performance has been postponed, which means... Which means we get this place all to ourselves. Man, it's huge. Of course, Diana would interrupt.
Pardon?
You've never been here before?
No.
My mum never let me because tickets are always so expensive. How much do they go for anyway?
As a matter of fact.
For an opera, each seat typically ranges between 30,000 to 40,000 altos. Prices may vary depending on where you're seated. Yeah, no chance.
You see.
That's a shame, but I never imagined you'd be interested in opera.
Well...
Oh, I don't give a damn about opera. This place has been holding more pop concerts lately. Maybe you'll even have your own concerts here. Wink, wink. I'm not certain about that. There's a first time for everything. You could take some pictures and tell her about what you learned. It's a great idea. Everyone gather round.
Whatever.
Do I have to?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, silly. We ought to treasure moments like these. After handing her camera phone over to Mr. Norton, the fiery redhead darts back over to the others. The brightest smile on her face, she wraps her arms around as many friends as possible and puts up double peace signs. Click. After the pictures were taken, Ciel is met with a crowd of jealous girls who want to get in as well. Ugh, great. This feels like a meet and greet, more than a tour. Then again, I kind of expected this to happen. He looks so nervous. Look at him, a little wobbly all over the place. Okay, that's part of the there's a swirl behind my head. I've been to the opera before. My mum used to be part of the Operatic Society, which was held in my high school. Interesting. I met my headmaster before he was my headmaster. It was a very odd relationship. That's where I met my granddad. No, I didn't know it was my granddad. But yeah, so I've been to lots of operas. Not like big fancy place, but you know, not really a fan. Mostly because the singing makes it really hard for me to understand what's going on when it's opera, because of the tone of the voice. Whereas a musical, that catches my brain. But yeah.
What's up?
You can show him some love, Mr. Tour Guide. Also, could we get another picture?
Really?
I'd be more than happy to.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Anya, let's go. Diana snatches Anya's sketchbook while she's drawing and accidentally rips the page. The carefully sketched concert hall is ruined.
What?
My drawing!
Is
Oops.
that clear?
Diana, you'll pay for this. An outraged Anya viciously chases after her prey, eager to devour her soul. For someone who's normally passive like herself, the spectacle could only be seen once in a blue moon. Please don't run in here.
I know.
Don't worry, I'll stop them.
What?
Wait, you'll only make things worse.
Enough.
Both of you, stop running! Cameron ignores Ciel's plea and chases after the troublemakers anyway. There's no question they'll get stopped, but at what cost?
Well,
Will everything be okay? There are some questions even I can't answer, unfortunately. I mean, if you're wearing a bow tie, why did you feel out of place? And how'd you put subtitles on an opera? I'm now curious. With neither the power nor the courage to stop Cameron from chasing them down, Ciel opts to sit out of this mess. Luckily, ooh, this is pretty. Class didn't manage to break anything, and the rest of their time seemed to go fairly well. After the class took lunch, Ciel leads everyone to their next destination, a place that even many of the locals have yet to visit.
Over here.
The Aqua Temple is the oldest piece of architecture in Aquadine, dating back many centuries. However, due to the lack of reliable documents, historians haven't been able to uncover exactly when it was created.
my.
For a temple so old, it's surprisingly well kept. Your people have done well to maintain such an ancient monument.
As a matter of fact.
That's a good observation. Thanks to the help of dedicated architects and volunteers, the temple has been restored a few times. That's fascinating. Was this structure really built from inspiration of ancient Aquadine architecture? If so, would that mean merfolk existed? Welcome to the argument. That remains a topic of debate to this day.
Actually,
Please. Men only built this place to respect their sea deity and nothing more. They couldn't see what ancient Aquadine looked like, so they worked with their imagination. And that's the non-believer's perspective.
if you don't mind.
Then, what is that object there?
Oh?
That's... a relic found by the Newport crew during our last mission. Isn't that right, Prince Charming?
Why, yes.
You're absolutely correct.
How wonderful.
Obtaining that relic was your accomplishment. How exciting. What exactly is it? A jar.
Pardon?
I was expecting something more abnormal.
Wow.
What a reliable piece of evidence. Well, there is a connection. It's a little hard to see, but the relic contains engravings in an ancient language that matches other samples.
Let me say something.
You see, on our way back from the mission, we were hit by a massive storm that came out of nowhere. No signs, no nothing, just a bunch of whoosh and whapow. Unfortunately, one of our men even died that night. Only reason why no one's ever opened it is because we think it's cursed.
What?
Cursed?
You bet.
Yeah, we kept hearing voices telling us to give it back. Since then, I get nightmares of that storm like every few weeks. Man, what a blast. Maybe you should have given it back. So yeah, I wouldn't touch it if I were you.
My.
I wish to hear more about this exciting adventure. Are there any other places we need to visit today? We might not have enough time if we stick around.
Oh,
You're such a cute little scaredy cat. I'll treat you to some milk when we head back.
well.
I'm not scared, I'm just...
Don't worry.
Bear with us for a little longer, okay? I promise we won't be here for too long. Fine. To be honest, I really don't want to come here either. It reminds me of what happened to him. My father. Oh. Yeah, his mother's ill, but where is the father? That's a good point. Do we know? He must have died, I guess. As most of the group... Oh, maybe he's the sailor that died. Well, then why be the grandpa and the son... Interesting. Maybe he's the sailor that died, but then... I don't know. I'm speculating. As most of the group follow Ciel to another part of the temple, one girl gazes at the relic a bit longer before walking away. Would that be the mermaid? Later that night, Robin heads over to the hospital alone to pay his mum another visit. He has plenty of stories to share after such an eventful day. Did you have fun today? I guess it was all right, but Mr. Norton is making me write a paper for being absent. How ridiculous. It's nice to go on a trip with everyone, though.
By the way,
I heard about the Aqua Alta today. Did you have any trouble during the tour?
Don't worry.
we were able to manage. Everyone had fun playing with the water, especially Cameron. He made splashes so big that people even called them hurricanes. It's a tsunami when it's water.
Oh?
That sounds dangerous. More like Hurricane Cameron. Yes, that's what we said. Everyone was running for their lives. Took them down by the floating market later to ride the traghetti, but Elizabeth kept on getting that word mixed up with spaghetti.
My.
That's so adorable. Maybe she was just hungry. Got something to eat after visiting the Grand Opera House. That brings back memories. Do you remember the first time when I let you ride my gondola?
No.
It's been so long. How old was I again? You were 6. After eating some pretzels, we used to pass by the Grand Opera House all the time. That's right. I was sure most locals visited at least once, but Diana hasn't been there before. Apparently her mum would never take her because tickets can get expensive. Sounds like Susan all right. Back when we were in high school, I could never get her to come along unless I had an extra ticket.
Really?
Wait, I knew you were friends, but you were also classmates? That's right. She had the habit of dragging me along wherever she went, but it was always fun. Like mother, like daughter. Did you go anywhere else? We also visited the Aqua Temple.
Wow.
No. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. That incident happened a long time ago, so it's okay. How'd your classmates like it?
As a matter of fact.
There's this one girl who likes to draw. Even though she has some interest in ancient Aquadine, she sounds like a non-believer. I don't think you know her, but her name is Anya. She's one of Diana's friends. I'm glad you're having fun and spending time with your friends. Hopefully we could have a trip of our own someday.
Sure.
Yeah. I really hope this ends with his mum being well again. Because it does sound like she's been cursed by a mermaid or something. Carrying on with their conversation for a bit longer, Robin ends up staying the night again. Despite their unfortunate situation, the family seems happy that they could still share moments like these. The last bell for the day sounds, which marks the beginning of a new weekend. People are leaving the classroom with one of two plans in mind: relax at home or hang out with friends. I always go for the former. Occasionally the latter. For Diana, it's the latter.
What's up?
Hey Elizabeth, got any plans this weekend?
Well,
Not that I'm aware of. Why do you ask?
mm-hmm.
Because we're heading for the beach. We're going to have some fun in the sun.
My.
That sounds exciting. I've yet to visit one here. The beach? Ooh, can I come? Okay. Really? Yahoo! Seriously, Diana, you have to be careful around this guy.
What?
Don't stop me! Nothing shall get in my way! Larry prepares for battle once again, while Cameron simply smiles without putting up a guard. The idiot is also looking for revenge after he got beaten up the other day. I'm gonna let you scare me every day. It's about time I stand up for myself.
Larry!
Take
Punch!
this. At the very last second, Cameron effortlessly avoids his swing and counters with a much more effective attack. Hi-ya! Cameron pounds Larry away like a drum with 100 kicks and sends him flying once again. This happens so often that people begin asking each other if he's a masochist. He falls face first in pathetic fashion. This is the epitome of utter domination. Ugh.
Enough.
Your approach was predictable and your stance was weak. You need more training. Cho, get over here.
Understood.
Yes, sir. You'll be leading the class today. Take that thing with you. Everyone is left speechless as they watch the former captain drag Larry away by the leg. They can't even begin to imagine what misfortune the future has in store for him.
Help me!
Larry's cries fade as his body is pulled into the void, never to be seen again. Hey! Bleep bloop. Oh, we're getting them a bit faster now. Okay. Alright, we may get to the part where we find out who the mermaid is! We may. Sorry about that. We won't bother you anymore.
Sure.
That's one way to put it. I thought almost the guy died.
What's up?
Hey Elizabeth, you've got yourself a bikini, right?
Well,
I don't have any swimsuits in my closet, but I can purchase one. Kate, and what about you, Four Eyes?
What?
Of course I don't have one. And we're heading out to the moon. Oh, not again.
later.
Let me go grab Anya. We ought to hit the arcade while we're there. Diana skips away without a care in the world, while the rest of her friends follow her out the door. Could you live in a place with beach that doesn't not have a swimming thing? I mean, mine's old somewhere. I actually don't know where mine is. But yeah. After everyone finishes shopping, Diana successfully pushes everyone to hang out at the arcade.
One moment.
Why is everyone still in their school uniform? Is this place often crowded?
Yeah.
It's Friday after school, so plenty of guys come here to relieve their stress. Haven't been here in a while, though.
How wonderful.
Ah, so this is a place where friends spend time together. I cannot wait to partake in these activities.
Well,
Today's your lucky day. Let's go play something.
actually,
I'll just be outside. You're not getting away, Anya. We'll head over to the pet store later, so you just hang with us for a bit.
whatever.
Fine. Let me know when you guys pick something.
Robin.
Got anything in mind, Robin? There aren't many games for large groups. Most of the games here for 1 or 2 players.
My.
What about that one? There is abundance of vacant seats available. A racing game? I bet there are probably more cars there than the whole town. Oops. A racing game? I bet there are probably more cars in there than the whole town. Perfect. Last one to cross the finish line is buying everyone dinner.
Hey.
You're on. Prepare to taste the humiliation of defeat. The motivated cousins. Ah, they're cousins. That makes more sense. Rush to find the best seats in the station, leaving others in the dust.
Whoa.
They're rated right. I wonder what's in their blood.
You see.
Red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Thanks, but I didn't mean that literally. After everyone inserts a few coins, the game sends them to a screen where they could choose their automobiles. Once the stage and vehicles have been selected, the screen transitions to the starting line. While they're waiting for the countdown, 2 particular racers look more eager than everybody else. That would be Diana and Cameron then. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, look at that determination. Diana and Cameron blast out the gates with their motorcycles, fighting head-to-head for top position. And I thought you only got worked up about your kung fu.
Enough.
There's nothing wrong with friendly competition, but I'll always try my best no matter what.
Well,
You can't be the best if I get in front of you. As they drift through their first turn, Diana takes a momentary lead and floors it. How do you like me now? I wouldn't be laughing if I were you. Taking a peek at Cameron's screen, Diana's eyes widen. She'd missed a chance to get an item during that turn, thus making her a sitting duck for any incoming projectiles.
Huh?
It can't be!
Yeah.
That's right, I normally don't strike a person from behind, but this is punishment for your arrogance. With the press of a button, Cameron launches a red armadillo ball that quickly chases after Diana. So this is like some form of Mario Kart then. Oh! Diana's rear takes a direct hit, forcing her to slide all the way behind Robin. It's now in 3rd place.
Hey.
By the way, Grandma said she liked me better. Take that back!
well,
I thought this game was intended for fun. Ha, that's what losers say. The race continues to progress and everyone is now on the next lap. Cameron still leads the race while Diana fights her way back to 2nd. Robin closely follows in 3rd, Elizabeth is currently in 4th and Anya remains in last. Elizabeth obtains an item box which causes a strange cannon to rise from the roof of her limo.
pardon?
A rare item. Their eyes turn towards the ridiculously dangerous weapon that surfaced. Everyone in range observes fear.
Oh,
That's a
Incredible.
giant banana cannon?
my.
I shall floor it. No, don't floor it! The moment Robin anticipates Elizabeth to fire a strange weapon, he hits the brakes to avoid being in range. Click! Oh, we're screwed! A pair of mechanical hands extend out the windows and peel several bananas for ammunition. Elizabeth fires her rounds and pressures everyone in range. Now's my chance. I just have to drift here and accelerate!
Huh?
No way! How do you avoid that?
Robin.
Well played, Robin. We've underestimated you. Ha! Now that's what the brakes are for, Diana. That move turned the tables entirely as everyone enters their final lap. Robin currently holds a sizable lead above the rest. Elizabeth and Anya are in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Cameron and Diana are no longer fighting for 1st, but for not being last. Good, if I can maintain this pace, I should be able to finish in 1st.
Enough.
Don't get too cocky, Robin. This fight isn't over yet.
Hey,
Yeah, we're just getting started. Go after Elizabeth. She's the one who fired it.
well,
So get along now. It's only a game. Just let
whatever.
them do what they want. They'll tire themselves out eventually. As the race is near its end, a final line of item boxes appears. It's everyone's last chance to either make or break the outcome of the race. Robin is the first to open his random box. He seems satisfied with his tool. Nice. As long as no one finds out what I've got, my victory is guaranteed. This is a shield. We've got to stop him.
Really?
Hey, stop looking at my screen. That's cheating.
You see.
Very well. I shall reveal my item as well, though it seems just as strange as the cannon from earlier. It is a winged armadillo ball that has the ability to nuke whomever is in first place. It's the flying turtle shell!
What?
Wow, you're so lucky!
Really?
How's she getting all the overpowered items?
Exactly.
That's the special ability of her limo. Whatever it gets in a box, it has the luxury of finding the best items. In other words, rich girl benefits.
My.
Shall I floor it? Wait, let's talk this over! Click. Another silly looking weapon surfaces from her sunroof with the potential of turning the tables once more. Hey, Mr. Corners! The ball launches and Robin is fearing for its
Enough.
life. Activate shield now! Knowing his tiny shield wouldn't be enough to stop a bomb, Robin desperately maneuvers his car left and right. Despite how hard his fighting, his fate was already sealed with the honking armadillo. The homing armadillo is inches away. Robin's car crashes against the side of the ramp and falls into the abyss before exploding into smithereens. While the victor of the race is not known yet, he now knows what the future has in store for him. No! In the end, Anya reached the finish line first. It's a result that surprised everyone, especially since she was behind for the majority of the race.
Whatever.
I can't believe that Anya won.
Actually,
Getting an early lead means nothing except leaving yourself vulnerable for an attack. Diane and Cameron almost lost because they rushed in so hard. Besides, the goal wasn't to win, but not to lose. The moment you lost sight of that was your downfall.
Hey.
Be a man and accept your defeat. It was a well-played game. Yes, I know. My wallet is the one that's crying now.
forgive me.
Had I not succumbed to the temptation of button pressing, perhaps you wouldn't have suffered such a humiliating defeat. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Well,
So are we done here? I want to go play with the kittens. Come on, the photo booth is open, so let's huddle up for a group pic. Figures. Do we get to see these pictures? Yes! Oh, look at that! She got little kitties. So that means that the rabbit ears basically means that you want to kiss that person. That's what we used to say. I know now it's like a peace sign, but that totally used to be like the rabbit ears, and you do that behind the head of the kid that you fancied. And Diana's doing it to Robin. But yeah, we've got 3 people with those beautiful turquoise eyes that the mermaid had, and we know it's not Robin. So which girlie is it? That is the thing. But also look at the little kitties over on that side. Everyone squeezes together in the booth before Cameron inserts a few coins. It powers up and the Groot instantly appears on screen. There we are. You're acting a little overexcited for someone who's always been on camera.
well,
Perhaps a little, but I've never been inside such a whimsical device.
Hey.
It's so cramped in here. Cam, mind scooching over a bit? Sure, sorry about that. Jeez, there ought to be more room in these things.
actually,
In case it wasn't obvious, these booths weren't meant to fit 5 people. They were built for pairs.
Robin.
Don't you feel lucky having all these girls around for us?
What?
I'm here too, you know.
Whatever.
Clueless idol, a crazy athlete, a happy-go-lucky redhead, and a detached cat lover. Yeah, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. The press of a button, the machine takes their first picture and reveals it to
Hey.
them. That one turned out pretty good. What should we do next?
What do you think?
How about we all make silly faces?
my.
An amusing suggestion. I second that proposal. Everyone prepares for their next picture, and some of them seem eager to learn what faces the others will make. When the display comes on, it's clear Anya has no intention of playing along. Come on, Anya, why aren't you doing it with us?
So annoying.
This is stupid. Count me out. After this, we're heading straight for Pet Meow. That's a promise.
Whatever.
I'll play along this time. After a second thought, Anya reluctantly joins the party. Everyone is now making silly faces together. Well, that was easy. Maybe that's how Diana always gets Anya to hang out with her. See, that wasn't so bad. You all look super duper cute. Actually, no. The boys look like they're constipated, to be fair. I look like a dork.
Rest assured.
Fear not, my friend. We all look like dorks together. It is a symbol of our bond. It doesn't hurt to have a little fun once in a while. After taking a few more pictures, the booth cranks out several copies for everyone to keep. Aww, that's so cute. Don't lose them, okay? We should keep these in an album to remember our time here.
How wonderful.
A splendid idea, though I may frame these. Burning mine? Same.
Oh,
Silly. Anywho, y'all hungry?
is that clear?
We're going to Pat Meow. Once they're finished with the photo booth, they leave the arcade to visit the pet store next. Michael, I thought you were an achievement. Oh no, I did get an achievement. Fun memories. Make silly faces with friends. Okay, the next one is the mermaid one, and we've still got at least 2 hours. We're totally gonna get the mermaid. That's the next one, right? Yeah. See? Learn the mermaid's true identity is the next one. And then... Yeah. We've got 4 now. We've got 3. There. It's like, so the first one took forever. And if we'd have just persisted another, 10 minutes last week, we'd have got another one. But then that's been 2 fairly quickly. So that's interesting. Don't know whether anyone does any mathematics on achievement distribution. I suppose it depends on the story beats. You pick which story beats you want. And it just depends on how long it takes to get to the story beats. This one is unusual, as in it's a story without any choices. But then when we save, it does say common root. So I'm wondering if once you've finished, you can play the story from other people's perspectives. That'll be interesting. After Robin took his classmates out for dinner, everyone decides to hang out at the Fresno Cafe for desserts.
You are too kind.
Thank you for treating us, Mr. Bookworm. It was a satisfactory meal.
Sure.
No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Don't thank the loser, Elizabeth. We earned that grub fair and square.
Well...
Yes, we followed the agreed terms. However, I cannot help but to show him some pity. Huh. Says the girl that sent a bomb after me.
Hey.
You don't have to pity him. I think it's just better to respect him for the well-fought battle.
Oh!
The way he crashed and burned was super epic. I mean, his rear got smashed up by that crazy armadillo ball, fell off a cliff, then...
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic.
Hey!
Get you next time, Anya. Mark my words, this ain't over.
Get moving.
Oh, this isn't over all right. Do you have any idea how late it is? Robin steps aside as Mr. Fresno marches into the conversation, ready to scold Diana for not calling.
Wait.
Why are you still hanging out with all your friends? Hi,
Um...
Mum. I didn't know you'd be waiting on me.
Really?
Wait, you never told your mum? I kind of forgot about that. Ugh, what am I ever going to do with you?
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Mum. I just did a lot of shopping, but don't worry about dinner. We already ate. Despite her surprise to see a larger group than usual, Susan recognises most of the faces her daughter is associating herself with. She sees her relative, a close friend, and Tori's son. But the moment Susan spots the classy blonde, she realises that means money.
Hey there.
I don't think I've met you before, young lady. What's your name?
Greetings.
Pardon me for the late introduction, Mrs. Fresno. My name is Elizabeth, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Wait.
You're Elizabeth Rhodes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, in the flesh. I was hanging out with her and we're already best buddies. Agreed, we had the most magnificent time this evening, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your best buddy. Aw, don't get jelly now, Anya. You're my bestest buddy too.
How annoying.
Bestest buddy? Someone tells me I shouldn't associate myself with this group. Anya, everyone is a little quirky in their own special way, even you. That's right, let's all be weird together.
My.
I've certainly found myself in quite the unique group of friends. You'll want to talk. Elizabeth came to town not too long ago and Diana is already good friends with her. Wait a second. I imagine Elizabeth Rhodes singing at Diana's wedding when she married CL. If other celebrities come, maybe the Fresno name will rise among the stars. Oh, I can see it now. Susan's imagination spirals out of control about how to use Elizabeth. Her laughter echoes as she is consumed in her own greed. Mrs. Fresno, what she finds so amusing. I've got a good idea, but trust me, you don't want to know. Don't worry about her. My mum can get a little crazy sometimes, but she'll calm down if we leave her alone.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
To be fair, it kind of goes both ways. Glad I didn't come from this side of the family, though.
What do you think?
Mum, is it cool if my friends sleep over?
Enjoy.
Sure. Everyone can stay over tonight. Let me go set up a guest room.
How wonderful.
Success. I am most eager to resume our activities together. But excuse me, I must return home to fetch my necessities. And with that, Elizabeth bolts out the door so fast that even Cameron is impressed. Oh, look at her go. That girl sure knows how to run.
Later.
Guess that's settled. I'll be back soon. Ditto. Anya and Cameron take their leave, and naturally Robin prepares to go as well. Guess I should get going too.
Wait.
Just a second. There's something I need to ask you. It's something only you would know.
Oh?
Something only I would know? Could you call CL and see if he'd like to join? Knew it. I knew she was going to say that. If you bring him over, I'll give you a 50% discount on all the drinks you want for a day.
Huh?
For a whole day? I thought you'd never give discounts.
Get moving.
Shut up. I'm investing in your future. Now hurry up and get ready. Diana, who's usually excessively cheerful, submits to her mum's selfish demands in fear and retreats upstairs. Robin leaves as well before the conversation could take a turn for the worse. Take this opportunity to have a drink. The wonky rug and the wonky curtains bug me, but that's fine. After about half an hour, everyone meets back at Diana's place. Some of them look a bit anxious to see her room, but for very different reasons.
What's up?
Yeah, come in. Ooh. I was going to say I really like the decoration on her jeans and then realised no. It's not decoration on her jeans. That's just the, this is just the swirly thing of the text. If her jeans looked like that with a swirly thing of the text, then that would be very cool. But they don't, sadly. They're just normal jeans. Eczema on the bottom of my foot, which is very painful. Alright, y'all, come on in.
Incredible.
Wow, it actually looks... Oh my god, he's wearing his karate outfit. Wow, it actually looks clean in here. Thought I see trash and dirty clothes laying around on the floor. I mean, no. Who would want my face on their leg? Be weird. I kind of expected that too.
Oh,
Guess I proved you all wrong. Even a carefree girl like me knows how to be delicate.
I don't believe you.
This is just an illusion. Our room's usually messy. Oh, would you have to wrap me out like that, Anya? This is kind of off topic, but why martial arts uniform, Cameron? Oh, don't mind me. I've grown comfortable sleeping in this. Been doing it for years.
Wow.
Ugh, what all a bunch of weirdos.
What do you think?
How does it feel to step inside a girl's room for the first time for us? Aside from all your celebrity posters, it's just another room. Nothing special. Disappointed? Bet you're waiting to see us in our pajamas. Darn. While the others are chatting, Elizabeth wanders around the room. Her eyes gravitate towards Diana's posters, where Elizabeth stumbles upon an image of herself during her concert days. A frown surfaces. If only I could forget the past. Pick that baby up in silver. I was going to ask you to sign it, but your concert ended early.
Forgive me.
I can sign it later if you have a marker. I'm actually getting your autograph. This is the best day ever.
Hey.
So now that we're all here, what should we do? How about we play colours? I brought a tech just in case anyone wanted to play.
Really?
Oh yeah, we used to play that game all the time.
Well,
It's in their card games. Should have known. Seen Weebs play some anime card game around this spot. Thinks it's called White Shorts or Yukimon. It's not that kind of card game. While it has its own playing cards, Colours is more of a party game.
As a matter of fact.
I played it with my folks a lot when I was younger. The goal is to clear your hand before everyone else, and there are 4 different colours that act like suits. Red, yellow, green, and blue. I wonder if it's like Uno. When it's your turn, you have to play a card that matches the symbol or the colour of the one before it. If you've passed, you must draw a card instead. There are also special cards with unique effects that can drastically change the game. That's where it gets fun. So it's basically like Whist or Uno.
how wonderful.
Wonderful suggestion. Without further ado, shall we begin?
Oh,
Set the stakes. Last one to finish has to buy everyone drinks. Sounds like a challenge. Let's go. Game start. Everyone gathers around as Robin deals out the cards. Each of them gets 10 cards before he flips over the first card. It's a red 8. I summon red 5 and end my turn.
Really?
Weren't you just making fun of card games earlier?
Enough.
My move. I'll attack with yellow 5. Destroy her red 5. Not bad, kid. Not bad.
wow.
They sure know how to be dramatic, don't they?
One moment.
Now behold that my card that shall annihilate you all. I activate green 5. Ugh. What's with all these 5s? Whoever shuffled this sucks.
You see.
Instead of focusing on the distant future, you are still faced with this challenge. Now, how would you fare? Darn, I don't have a card with that colour on.
Robin.
I sense your hesitation, Robin. Does that mean you don't have an answer?
Enough.
Not quite. I activate colour change.
Cannot be.
You were able to overcome that? Impossible! But I'm afraid it is. You see, since this card is played, I'm allowed to choose any colour I want. My choice is blue. With this, I'll end my turn. Impressive. It appears I've underestimated you.
How annoying.
Oh, pathetic. Hurry up, Anya. It's your move. Blue 5.
Hey.
Come on, you got feeling in it like you die unless you win. Oh, seriously? Yes, join our dramatic series of exaggerated exchanges. It's most amusing when everyone participates.
Is that clear?
Fine. Thanks to Robin's colour change, it grants me the ability to play this. I'm blue 5! Sigh. Talk about disappointing. Guess you have to learn the hard way. I'll summon something stronger. Like my blue 8! Destroy her blue 5!
What?
I thought numbers didn't work like that in this game.
No.
They don't. You just got caught up in the moment.
Enough.
I'll avenge Anya with my blue 9! I activate blue rotation. With this, our chain of turns is reversed. Like I said, numbers don't really work like that. And that card skipped my turn, by the way. Activate blue, draw 5! Not only do you have to draw 5 cards, but it also skips your turn as well. Okay, because I thought that Diana was going to win this, but maybe no. Draw 5 and a skip? Red, draw 5.
Whatever.
Alright.
Hey.
Feeling! This is a game with our lives on the line. Losers are heading straight to Shadow Realm.
What?
Oh, how could you betray me, Anya, after everything we've been through?
Is that clear?
Miserable one. I was never on your side. I merely used you for my selfish desires. Now embrace the consequences of your foolishness.
My.
Worry not. Red 7 has been summoned for reinforcements, which must join forces to suppress the defense.
I know.
Red rotation! Oh. I activate draw double. With it, you must draw twice the number of cards you currently hold. Whoa, and skip your turn. This is like Uno on steroids. Then I shall counter with skip failure.
What?
Skip failure? What's that? Seriously, Robin, you already know what that does.
Hey.
Shh, this is getting good.
You see.
Skip failure has a unique ability to counter any card that skips a turn. That's not all. It also serves you as a reflector, which means you become a new target. No! Plenty of cards to spare. Robin is by far the last to finish. It came down to him and Diana. Even though he played his hand more effectively, his disadvantage was insurmountable. Hey, I won!
Hey.
If only won the battle, not the war. You'd do best to remember that 3 other competitors defeated you.
Well.
That's because you all kept skipping me. I swear I would have finished first. But as long as I won something, that's good enough for me.
Whatever.
Alright. Do you want?
Hey.
Give me a beer, you slave.
Pardon?
Huh. Alcohol? What is the drinking age in this town? Just kidding. Get me some milk, would you? Still drinking milk every day? You never change. Yeah, I'm a grown girl after all. Gotta take care of your body, you know?
What?
Wait a second. Is milk the answer to my problems? It works for cats.
Anya.
Anya, what would you like?
Well.
I want milk too.
Oh.
It's a girl, I knew you'd match me. Now we're milk buddies.
Is that clear?
It's just a coincidence. You picked it first.
My.
In that case, I'd like to request milk as well. Please allow me to join you both. Fellow milk buddy, I welcome you.
I know.
Make that 4 milks. May as well jump on the bandwagon too. Oh yeah, get us some cookies too and make sure to leave the money on the counter. My mum will hunt you in your sleep if you don't.
Sure.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Robin takes the walk of shame after suffering another humiliating defeat. Everyone kicks back and relaxes. That's not really what the walk of shame is, but sure. Meanwhile, Robin is downstairs pouring glasses of milk. All he needs now are the cookies, but he's having trouble finding them. Maybe I should go ask Diana where they keep the cookies.
Hey,
Robin, need some help?
Oh?
Cameron. What are you doing down here? The girls were changing, so I kind of got kicked out. Figures. What was Diana thinking, having a sleepover with both guys and girls?
I'm not surprised.
She does whatever she wants. Now that I think about it, it's been so long since we hung out like this. Feels nice to relax once in a while, but now that we're in high school, we can't fool around much. Time moves on, yet I've been stuck for years. Is it really okay for me to hang out with friends when there's still so much to do?
Robin.
Do you remember that day we met? Your mother brought you to the pizzeria and introduced us. If it weren't for her, we might never have gotten to know each other. You were super shy and really loved super kids. Oh, yeah, don't bring that up in front of the girls, okay? It's embarrassing. Okay, but it's fun to share some old memories once in a while. Like that one time when you dressed up as a ninja boy and ran around the house. It was funny until your mom scolded you for breaking a vase. There are some memories I'd rather forget. Like it or not, your past made you into the person you are today. If you have regrets, that proves you're learning and growing as a person.
You can do it.
Don't let your mistakes define you. Let them refine you. You're right. Anyway, we should head back before the girls get antsy. Wouldn't keep them waiting if I were you. I forgot to ask, but where are the cookies? I can't seem to find them. My aunt usually keeps some leftovers in that jar. Let me help you bring these up. Thanks, I appreciate it. After Robin and Cameron got everything they needed, they head back upstairs to resume their sleepover party. Ooh. Saturday morning soon came and the group has just arrived at Helix Beach. Most are eager to have some fun, especially Diana. They're just waiting on Elizabeth now.
What's up?
Oh my god. Blinding! Who invited the pale white guy? Of course, he's in his judo costume, because Cameron seems to live in that thing. What an awesome day to play in the sun! Anyone want to try smashing watermelons? Smashing watermelons? Yeah, never done it before, but I've seen shows where people blindfold themselves and swing. Sometimes they hit other people, but that's part of the fun.
Really?
Right, I don't want to be part of this.
Robin.
Let's just have some fun. Aren't you going to change, Cameron? You've been wearing that stupid uniform since last night. I wear it whenever I come here to train, so don't mind me. It'll come naturally after a few days.
Wow.
I totally want to wear one now. In that case, would you be interested in joining the martial arts team? I'll even throw in a few free uniforms.
Is that clear?
Ugh, that was sarcasm. If you put one of those on me, I'll strangle you in your sleep.
My.
This conversation has surely got a bit heated. Wow, that's a pretty dress. That. I think she's got some sort of necklace thing going on as well. I wouldn't want to swim in a necklace. I'd be afraid it would get caught on shit and then strangle me. But yeah, nice gauzy thing. Wowee, damn, that sure ain't the only thing hot around here. Diana, you sound like an old geezer. Call me whatever you want, Flatty, but Elizabeth is on fire!
What?
What did you just call me? Enough chit-chat, let's all jump in the water already.
Well,
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I don't know how to swim. I still think she's the mermaid, though. I don't want to get this uniform wet either.
actually.
I'll pass, just wanted to draw.
Hey!
Seriously, then why do we even bother coming here? It's like a mandatory beach episode. Playing in the water is the first thing we ought to do.
Don't worry.
Calm down. Now it might not be a good time for them, so how about we try something else?
Forgive me.
Lack of confidence has become a hindrance. But perhaps I may join you in the afternoon.
Oh!
Alright, you wait here while I find something to do, but you're definitely diving in with me later, Elizabeth. And just like that, Diana takes off. Everyone simply watches her run without a clue what's on her mind. I mean, it's impossible to learn how to swim in a day, unless they get us some floaties. It could be dangerous, unless there's a tide pool somewhere. After Robin set up the beach umbrella and towels, everyone pretty much does their own thing as they wait for Diana's return. Elizabeth is stuffing her face with sandwiches, of course. Cameron goes jogging and Anya is sketching the beach. It doesn't take long before Diana happily returns with the volleyball.
What's up?
Hey guys, do you miss me?
How annoying.
Oh, she's back already? I missed you too. Anyway, who's ready to play some volleyball?
Oh?
Where'd you find that? Just sweet talk some boys into letting us use it. Suckers, I tell you. Figures.
Actually,
Do you even know how to play? Just smack it over until the other side misses. Right, saw it on TV.
I know.
You're not wrong, but there's more to it than that. Want me to explain the rules? What's the rules? First to 500 points wins. Let's play.
What?
Wait, 500? Are you trying to kill us? Did you just say she's above the
you
rules?
see.
Within an even number of players, how should we divide the teams? Unless a person is excluded, one team would have a clear advantage.
Don't know.
But who cares? Let's just play ball. Everyone against Cameron, that's the best I could think of. That would actually work. Never thought about
Yeah.
that. Now that sounds like a challenge. Let's go. Let's get buried in the sand to the death.
Well,
I'd much rather be a spectator, please. Game start. As everyone gets in their positions, passersby seem curious about the 4-on-1 matchup. Since Elizabeth is here, there's actually a small audience spectating this game. Here goes nothing. Take this. All players and spectators have their eye on Diana as she tosses the ball. With all her might, she leaps in the air and swings. Pow! The ball sinks straight into the net.
wow.
You're supposed to get the ball over the net.
Hey.
I know. Just getting warmed up. We got this. After Diana fails to get a serve in, she reluctantly passes the ball to Cameron. Everyone cautiously takes a few steps back since they know a storm is coming. I've never really done this before, but I'll give it a try. Don't be fooled by that smile, people. Things are about to get real dangerous. Here I come! In one near flawless motion, Cameron tosses the ball at a perfect height and jumps. The sight of this movement is elegant yet intimidating. Everyone except Diana braces themselves. Pow! Despite the clear difference in strength, the net catches the ball again. Cameron looks defeated.
What?
Oh, you have to get more height, mate. Impossible! I overestimated myself. I guess we got ourselves an even game.
Really?
Why are you laughing? I was scared for my life. I've got too much power in it, but I won't make the same mistake twice.
Wow.
Looks like I'm next. Anya tosses the ball with both hands and waits for it to dip low enough. Her feet are anchored in the sand. She makes no effort to jump, but she springs anyway. Pow. Ball doesn't even reach the net and sinks straight into the sand.
Hey.
Oh, come on, Anya, what was that? That's my serve. It's not like you did any better. Trying to end the game as fast as possible, huh?
Exactly.
So can we move on now?
One moment.
You must not lose hope, Anya. We still have each other.
How annoying. Rest assured.
Please lend us your aid, Anya. Whether or not we are graceful with victory, let us share the same fate together as a team. So bright and pure. Is she an angel?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, we can't lose. We've got Elizabeth, the goddess of victory. Time for a comeback. At this point, but no one bothered to watch them play anymore, not even the guys. The game is just that bad, but even so, the friends
Hey.
continue. Here I come! After reflecting on the mistakes from the previous serve, Cameron tosses the ball again and jumps. With both arms and legs winding back, Cameron's stored power is ready to be released upon impact. How? This time the ball successfully goes over the net and slams Elizabeth right in the face before ricocheting back. I shouldn't laugh, but it's a fictional character, so it didn't hurt anyone really. The point is finally in play. Elizabeth, are you okay? Excruciating. As expected from the goddess of victory, we're fighting back.
Incredible.
She returned it. Impossible! In the blink of an eye, Cameron dashes up to the net and is already in position to strike the ball. So fast. That's what makes this fun. Anya, get ready to block. Oh, are you kidding me? Asking the first one here to block?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about that. Robin will carry you. See what? Without little time to think, Robin does as she says and lifts Anya to intercept the spike. She's so light, almost like a doll. Ah!
Hey.
All of our blood, sweat, and Elizabeth's tears went into this moment. Anya, you're our only hope. Shouldn't we check on her? How? The cost of Anya's hands, they successfully blocked the ball just short of Cameron's reach. They finally earned a point. Oh,
Could it be?
I can't believe it. We actually did it.
Is that clear?
Well, that's great and all, but put me down. Sorry. Anya quickly creates some distance the moment she sets foot on sand, and Diana is already celebrating. We did it! Way to go, you all got the lead! Actually, we're still tied. You're such a party pooper. It's the first point earned, so that's a lead to me. Ain't that right, Elizabeth? Tears of joy, huh? Music to my ears. Everyone rotates positions again before Elizabeth is given the ball. Her pale legs tremble in fear, but she does her best to muster up a smile.
Well,
Let's just have some fun, shall we?
Really?
Fun. I underestimated you, Elizabeth. You're stronger than you look. Cameron cracks a few knuckles. Did they have to put that sound in? That goes straight up my spine. Cameron cracks a few knuckles before staring intently at Elizabeth.
Enough.
I'm gonna go all out, so come at me if you dare. Oh dear. Cameron's aura is so intimidating that Elizabeth could feel goosebumps, but she takes a deep breath nonetheless. As Elizabeth exhales, she finds the determination to take her serve. Both the ball and her body are soon airborne. How? With barely any power behind it, Elizabeth hits the ball just hard enough for it to fly over the net.
my.
Success! I managed to avoid an unforced error. Oh, not even a second after the ball crosses the net, Cameron spikes it so hard that it doesn't even bounce. It actually forms a sand crater, and the sitting ducks all shiver in fear. Spikes I heard about? A surrender is strongly advised. At this rate, we could very well become Darhams.
Exactly.
Ah, seconded. And your cousin's hands, that volleyball is as lethal as a canyon.
Hey!
I'm not scared, we're gonna fight for the death. Yep, we're gonna die. Everyone gets back in position with hardly any motivation. Their only concern now is their lives. Oh my god. I mean, look at the gorgeous. The art in this game. But also, 497 points later, sand coffins rest side by side. Each is accompanied with their own tombstones, or tomb kickboards rather. A lone warrior walks past the graveyard and pays respects to each of them. Important lives were lost today. Too many of them. But that is why I must grow stronger, to make sure the same mistakes won't happen again.
Robin.
And Robin, you were my best friend. I'm sorry it ended this way, but something had to be done. I wish we could have spent some more time together. As Cameron turns away, a hand suddenly thrusts out of the sand and slowly pulls itself out.
What?
What was that? A plump body emerges out of a hole and quickly crawls towards Cameron. Let me eat your brain! It can't be, you're a zombie!
What?
Zombies? Smaller hands quickly pop out of another grave, but this one has other plans. Ah! Genuinely scared for her life, Anya runs in the opposite direction as the remaining two zombies also appear out of their graves.
I'm tired.
I was having a pretty good nap.
How wonderful.
How exciting. I've yet to participate in anything quite like this. What should I do? Just copy whatever Diana is doing and follow Anya. She's vulnerable right now, and so anything will scare her. Very well, she shall be my first victim. Elizabeth immediately crawls on all fours and chases after the scaredy cat with great speed. Ah! Allow me to feast on your intestines! Get away from me!
My.
This is most amusing.
Really?
How did we go from playing volleyball to acting like zombies? Corin takes a seat as he watches Elizabeth jump to capture Anya. The poor girl is so frightened that she faints. After an exhausting day, Elizabeth leads everyone back to her mansion, a luxury most of them haven't seen in person. They already plan to spend the night here.
Greetings.
Ooh. I mean, it's fancy. And here we are. Please make yourselves at home.
Oh.
Nice place you got here. It's ginormous.
Well,
It's considerably smaller than the one in Sulphur, so I apologise if it fails to meet your expectations. Please let me know what I can do to satisfy your needs. Pork, like, not a grammar book? Just as Elizabeth shows her friends inside, a one-man stampede charges his way down the stairs. Elizabeth! Welcome home, my daughter! Man ensnares Elizabeth in his arms and hugs her. He's as happy as a loving dog who hasn't seen his owner in months.
how embarrassing.
Father, please stop. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Oh.
Ah, yes, let them witness how deep our love truly runs.
Wow.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Rhodes.
Huh?
What's we doing here? Go away. Wait, Father, Robin was invited because we should spend time with him.
What?
You're hanging out with a...
Pardon?
What troubles you, Father? I already informed you of my friend's arrival.
Never.
But I didn't know you went a guy. That changes everything. I've seen too much of my daughter's skin, boy. Alfred, get me into my pistol.
I see.
As you wish, sir.
What?
Hold on, a pistol? Are you kidding me? Hasta la vista, baby!
One moment.
Father, wait. Oh my god. Robin flinches to the trigger, but it takes him a few seconds to realise there's no pain. He opens his eyes only to find a friend protecting him. What the huh? You saved me, but why?
Robin.
Because you're the closest friend I've ever had. We've been through so much together, and in the end, I couldn't betray you.
Enough.
Stop wasting your breath. I still have a purpose, something to live for. Before I go, there's something I have to confess to you. Confess?
I was wondering.
I remember when we were kids and you lost your jello. I was the one who ate it. Don't say any more, Cam. Robin's eyes wider as he actually does recall that memory from long ago.
What?
Wait, that was you, you punk! As Cameron utters those final words, Robin witnesses his closest friend fall before him. What the fuck is happening? The sight of losing someone dear is suddenly becoming a reality.
Could it be?
Hold on, is this water? Did you see that, daughter? Had those boys fooled, didn't I?
Well,
A glorious performance, Father. It's just as you said, they were genuinely scared. But that sound and that gun, I was sure I heard a shot.
Is that so?
It's just a painted water gun, and what you heard was a bucket of bang snaps, which was my doing.
Really?
You seem awfully proud of that. Those things that pop when you throw it on the ground, right? Give me one of those. I want to go ninja and skedaddle.
My daughter.
You great daughter. Your friends are a lot of fun.
you see.
Indeed. However, this is exactly what I had in mind. Can't believe I was fooled by something so stupid. Robin squats down and smacks Cameron's face a few times. He tries his best to keep his anger in
Cameron.
check. I know you're awake. Is this the afterlife?
No.
You've been reincarnated as a crazy athlete who's too strong for his own good. Been there, done that. I want to be a panda.
Enough.
Wake up, you idiot.
What?
I'm alive. I want to be a panda. I mean, I can be a panda on the Apple FaceTimes. My niece likes it when I'm a panda. It was a stupid prank and you owe me a jello. I want strawberry. Okay, so sorry about that. Anyway, where did you go?
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, Anya chickened out. She ran for her life the second she saw a gun.
I'm not surprised.
Just sensible. Think. Yeah, maybe, but kids are weird. Sounds like her, alright. Should have put some popcorn for this mess. Just watching some cheesy action flick. Charles puts away the water gun before greeting Robin more formally. It's been quite some time since I last saw you, boy. Sorry for scaring you.
Oh?
We've met before.
Hmm.
Yes, when you were really young, your parents and I go way back. You can call me Charles. I know this place is a bit cramped, but please enjoy your stay. Cramped? Now I'm really curious to see what they consider normal. At least it's not as overprotective as I thought. The guy just wanted a good laugh.
Never.
If you dare lay a finger on my daughter, I'll make sure tonight will be your last. Mind. After they found Anya hiding in a closet, everyone is guided to their rooms so they could unload their belongings. Once they got changed, Elizabeth leads them into the dining room, where they are surprised with a feast. While Alfred heads to the kitchen to fetch the drinks, Elizabeth is already tearing through a few plates. She eats so much. I mean, that's not necessarily I'm not shaming or anything, it's just... I feel like it's a clue. Her friends just sit there and watch.
Wow.
I'm not reading that. Man, we ought to stick in one of those eating contests. Pictures would plow through the competition in no time. Wouldn't that affect our image? You know, as an idol? Not exactly. If you look carefully, she's still minding her manners. It's just happening really fast. Except the burping, of course.
What do you think?
Then all the camera guys has got slow-mo this and we're gold. What do you think? Heck, she's already famous, so maybe she could be a guest in some food channel.
Actually.
Why didn't you apply to be a manager or something?
No
No can do, girlie. Grace Chambers is the one and only manager for her.
Oh.
Sounds like you're all enjoying yourselves. How's the food?
Thank you.
It's delicious. Thank you very much, Mr. Rhodes. And it's the only time you'll be touching my food, boy. Enjoy it while you can.
What?
What did I do?
Well,
I'm glad my mum ain't here. After seeing a rich man's home, she'd probably get some crazy idea like cooking me up with Elizabeth. Oh man, I could definitely see her doing that. Charles slams the table the moment he overhears their conversation.
What?
Don't worry.
Diana's mum is just crazy. Daughter! Robin shrinks in his seat after realising his words won't relieve Charles' concern. He may actually have made it worse.
pardon?
Yes, father?
My daughter.
What do you think of this redhead?
You see.
Diana is irreplaceable. She's a very fun person to spend time with and has a unique charm. believe we get along quite well, and I hope to accompany her in many more adventures. She speaks like a famous Five novel. I never about me that way. Are you, Elizabeth? No matter what your preferences are, I will always support you unless you're chasing that guy with the glasses.
What?
Kitty? Alfred collects the dishes once everyone finished their meal. Just kind of sweet and supportive, I guess. Alfred collects the dishes once everyone finished their meal, and he later returns with a tray filled with slices of pie. I was trying to rhyme it, I think.
Forgive me.
But would, for interrupting your conversation, but would anyone care for pecan pie? I'm a fan of... No, I have to admit I've never had a pecan pie. I don't know whether I would like a pecan pie. I think like American pie is different from English pie. Pecans are a kind of nut, right? A pie that is just nuts seems weird to me. I'm not allergic or anything. I would probably try a little bit to see. Now I kind of want pudding, but I'm also very full from my steak. Anyway.
My.
I would love a slice.
I see.
Of course you do. Anyone besides Lady Elizabeth. Don't be shy. Lady Elizabeth baked it herself and hoped you would all try it.
Rest assured.
Yes, please do not hold back. I insist you all shovel in.
Really?
I think you meant dig in, but I'll have one. You made these, Elizabeth. They look freaking awesome. So work for us at the Fresno Cafe. Might be a fine idea. I always thought her pastries tasted really good.
Really?
Uh-oh, Robin, you never tasted them, CL did. You just outed yourself. You tried them before?
No.
Sorry. I meant CL told me about the macarons she made and complimented her. I really wanted to try some after hearing that. That was really close. I nearly blew my secret over dessert.
You are too kind.
You're very sweet. I'm not very confident about working at a cafe, though, but please help yourselves. Lady Elizabeth was never a natural at baking, though. Yes! Yes. Amy Adams is awesome in that. I still remember when she burned all our brownies and made me eat them.
One moment.
Alfred! Everyone continues to laugh and socialise over dessert before discussing what to do afterwards. However, Anya doesn't seem to show any interest. She simply gazes out the window while toying with her fork. Okay, this might be the whole we get to find out who is the mermaid, so I'm just going to drop a save. Because I just want to... So, Anya just sounds like a classic introvert to me. I mean, honestly, everyone's being loud. You know, I'm not necessarily going to want to participate, but I'm also probably listening really intently. I feel like the sketching is, you know, a way of being part of the scene without being part of the scene. Obviously Elizabeth is the front runner because she is new. She's like got this weirdly intense appetite. She speaks like something out of a, you know, fantasy novel. So it's clearly not going to be her. Maybe it's Diana. But we may just find out, and I'm really excited to find out. But I'm also I like speculating. So, yeah, she's from far away. She met Robin's mum. And Robin's mum is now ill with a mysterious illness that she gets better. She can't breathe. She gets better when she's in water. And she's losing her vision. And like Elizabeth is not wanting to sing anymore. So there's definitely something going on. I mean, Diana and Cameron being, you know, cousins, they're probably not. Maybe it's Robin. No, Robin's not the mermaid. So yeah. Any speculations from the peanut gallery? While everyone else is asleep, one girl sneaks out on her own and quietly heads to the beach. She remains cautious, in case anyone is following her. Aside from the bathing suit she's wearing, the girl didn't bring anything else. Footprints in the sand lead to the ripples where the tracks vanish. Her toes gently touch the water before she lets herself get swept away. Ah. The ocean has been waiting for Anya. Calm waves gladly rock her body back and forth as if they're welcoming her home. The water feels so good. I've been waiting all day to get in. Anya relaxes while her aquamarine eyes gaze upon the stars. Her restless body is finally at ease. I mean, she does match the hair colour and the eye colour of the mermaid. But also, I'm very much, I love the water, and this is relaxing. I hate to admit it, but this past couple of days have been fun. Parties, games, sleepovers and everything. Well, except for whenever they try and scare me. I wish they stopped doing that. She can't help but to giggle. All the memories she shared with her friends are coming back to her. Those idiots. She's the... So what's the deal with Elizabeth then? And the mum? Oh, there's so much more story to discover. Anya's eyes close as tiny fragments of her skin glow, and the colour of her hair slowly changes as well. Soon enough, she's shining. Her entire body is concealed in a mysterious light. A blue mermaid emerges from the transformation. Her tail, decorated in pearls, splashes the water as much as it pleases. I can finally let loose. She's going to be a Scottish mermaid, why not? She starts doing backstrokes before diving underwater to meet her fellow aquatic friends. At this very moment, she's free. Her body resurfaces and the waves rock her again. I can't trust anyone with my secret, not even Diana. But if they ever find out, would they still be friends with me? Probably yes. I hope so. She's the one that was like the believer. She was accused of being a non-believer. Learn the mermaid's true identity by Ciel, but I think it was probably well, I've seen ancient Aquadine. This looks nothing like it, and you stole a jar and stuff. Like a diversion. As life moves on, it is inevitable that some paths must diverge. New stories lie ahead for each of these friends, waiting to unfold. Ah! Whose route will you follow first? That's why it's common route. And now we get to pick who we're following. So, Anya, Diana, Cameron, or Elizabeth? So, there's 4 bits. So I'm guessing that these then is it splits off into 4. And then... So we've got 5 achievements so far. I don't know how long these sections are going to be. So, mermaid. Or mysterious singer person that eats ridiculously well. Because honestly, the 2 cousins... If they're human, I'm not really... Okay, yes, they're interesting characters, but they're not a mermaid or a mysterious singer. I feel like we're following the mermaid. But what I will do is take a quick break because it's been an hour and a half and we're halfway through. And we will decide when we come back. darkness, my old friend. I've come to mess with you again. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know the words. Anyway, right. Okay, so I think we just go through them in order. There'll be another stream, I reckon, next week to finish off the stories. So if we just go from left to right. So I kind of want to find out about the mermaid. That is the point of today. That means that we leave the most intriguing mystery till last. And then we put the cousins in the middle. Though I feel like there's more to Cameron than we've currently been told. I have my suspicions. And I think that could be a really interesting story. But anyway, we're just going to start with the mermaid. Okay. We're back at school now. Okay. I thought it was going to continue on from there, but anyway. We probably have the same suspicions. Sorry. A mob of students rushes down the hallway to reach the cafeteria early. Meanwhile, Robin slowly follows behind as he catches up on some reading. Centuries ago, an underwater civilization was the home of merfolk who lived peacefully under a sea deity. It's currently known as ancient Aquadine. The people of the land worshipped the sea deity, but they were unaware of ancient Aquadine's existence at the time. After a terrible storm many years later, a drowning young sailor was rescued by a mermaid. He became the first human to discover its existence. Could this be the same lore behind the Bridge of Sorrow?
What's up?
Hey Robin, what you reading? Just when Robin thought he could read peacefully, Diana pops out of nowhere inches from his face. She's close enough to kiss him. Robin quickly scoots back and covers his face with the book he's reading. He turns slightly red. You look so scared. I should have taken a picture. Hey. Diana, you should be more mindful of others. Oh, come on. It won't hurt if the guy lightens up a bit. What do you want? Diana gets a good peek at Robin's book, only to be disappointed. She realises it's another mythology book about merfolk, like many of the books found in the school's library.
Well...
This is a dirty magazine. How boring. If you're looking for a pervert, go bother Larry.
What?
I heard that!
Later.
I'm gonna grab some grub. See you now. Diana loses interest in bothering Robin, so she skips along to lunch.
I was wondering...
That must be a good read if you're willing to stay behind. Want me to grab you something?
Don't worry.
I brought my lunch, but thanks. You go on ahead. No prob. Just let me know if you need anything. Cameron catches up with Diana while Robin follows behind with his eyes glued to the book. After everyone else left for the cafeteria, Robin decides to have his lunch there as well. I thought this was about Anya. Why are we back on Robin? His last-minute decision, however, doesn't come without its consequences. Wow, it sure is crowded today. I don't know if I'll find a table here.
Robin.
Over here! Despite how noisy the cafeteria is, Robin could hear Diana's voice loud and clear. He's aware that if he follows it, only danger awaits his future. I wonder if there's still a place to sit.
Hey!
I heard that! You're definitely not getting away from me now. Oops, I said it out loud. Get over here! You, I'm gonna get some payback. Diana gleefully drags Robin towards Anya's table where she's eating her salad. No one else is there. Let go of me!
Wow.
What you're doing?
What do you think?
I brought a present for you. Say something funny.
What?
What do you want me to say? Dunno, you're so smart, just make a laugh or something. I am present, pull my strings and open me up. Anya and Diana are both speechless by what Robin just said, though unexpected he certainly came up with something funny. What was that? I'm sorry, but I can't. That's it, I'm leaving. Wait, sorry about that. I'll stop bluffing, I promise.
Actually,
I'm disappointed, Diana. I'm disappointed, Diana. You bought me a human of all things. Shameful. I feel like she's mentioned that phrasing before, which is why I had suspicions about her. Just remember, there's something to do. I gotta study for the next test. Diana makes her escape, leaving Anya together with Robin. It's mission accomplished.
how annoying.
Diana can be so annoying sometimes. She's just really persistent. After letting out a sigh, Anya noticed the mythology book Robin checked out a while back.
Robin.
How's that book?
As a matter of fact.
Oh, I'm at the point where a sailor was rescued by the mermaid, thus making him the first human to learn about ancient Aquadine. Is this the same story from the Bridge of Sorrow? Yeah. Does that tell you how the mermaid was?
No.
But is it important? Depends. Her name is Oneptu, and she was a merfolk princess who broke the rules by returning to the surface. As punishment, Livios took away his daughter's ability to change back to merfolk form and banished her.
Interesting.
How do you know so much about the merfolk?
Well,
My mum studies merfolk mythology.
Really?
Does she believe in ancient Aquadine and the merfolk existed? Probably. I mean, she's studying them after all. Why are you interested in merfolk anyway? Maybe it's her mum or grandmum or something in the story, and that's why she can transform. Maybe she also has human heritage. Or maybe they just decided at some point to send like one of their people to the surface in some kind of like exchange program type thing. Cultural exchange thing. Yeah. It's interesting. So then she spends all her time in the library because she's so clever. So what's the point in going to school if you're not going to go to classes? But yeah. Anyway, I'll carry on. I'm not going to find out any other way. I mean, she's studying them after all. Why are you so interested in merfolk anyway? Oh, just wanted something to read, that's all. Even if I did tell Anya about the mermaid, I doubt she'd believe it. But why did that voice warn me not to tell anyone about the mermaid? Was it really just a dream? Unless it's just small talk, so my identity isn't at risk, but I need to be careful though. With nothing else to talk about, Robin and Anya finished the remainder of their meals before going their separate ways. Later that day, Ciel is touring a new face, a guy around his age who goes by Jonathan. The oar brushes against the water's surface and the gondola glides through the canal.
Hello.
Where are you from, Jonathan? I'm from Silver. My dad and sister visited not so long ago.
Oh?
Are you part of the Bellow family by any chance?
Right.
If that's them. My folks said you liked town and told me to see it for myself. In that case, welcome to Aquadine. Now, if you look to your right, you'll find the Fresno Cafe. Oh yeah, Dad told me about that place. Best cup of coffee he's ever had.
Why, yes.
I'm glad he enjoyed it. I could make a reservation for you as well if you'd like. Sure thing. Ciel's gondola catches Diana's attention while she's serving some customers outside. She shyly comes over to greet him. Hey Ciel, out on another tour? A maid?
Diana.
Nice to see you again, Diana, and yes I am. Stop by after you're done, we've got some new drinks on the menu. I don't know if I'll have the time today. Could you take a reservation instead?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Anything for you, Ciel. For this gentleman over here. Aw. Gee, for a tourist I feel so unwelcome here.
What do you think?
Then you bring Ciel along and I'll give you a discount,
Are
okay?
you kidding me?
Are you trying to use me? Who are you anyway? You're hitting me?
Man!
Oh, quit teasing me. I'm just messing you. Diana Fresno. My family owns the cafe. We serve the best coffee in town.
Get moving.
Diana, get in here now. More customers are ready to order.
Later.
Sounds like I gotta go. Catch you all later. And with that, Diana zipped away, leaving Jonathan with second thoughts about his reservation.
I don't know.
Maybe I should pass on the cafe. Diana is an outgoing girl, and she's definitely a fun person to have around. Let's move on, shall we? Right next to the cafe, you'll see the statue of the sea deity.
You know.
Is that a fat cat on top of it?
Why, yes.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. A fat cat? Ciel's eyes are wide open as he spots the oversized cat struggling to stay on top of the statue. Now, you see, is this some sort of, like, walrus cat and it's like a transformation? Is that why it keeps hanging around with Anya? Or is Anya just really, really, really like cats? I mean, that is also a thing. She's trying really hard to sit proudly on Levios's head.
What?
Banjo! How in the world did she get up there?
Hmm.
I don't see a banjo.
How annoying.
Hiya, what you doing up there, you stupid cat? The sight of Anya's Burger Jack bag is enough to earn the cat's undivided attention. Banjo listens to her grip as she begins to drool, but that happiness is short-lived. Regret soon takes its place.
What?
Xiao, save her, Xiao, save her, she can't swim. I'd be surprised if it
Is
could.
that clear?
Sorry. Jonathan reaches out for Banjo, but he's struggling to get a good hold of the huge cat, rightfully so. Hold her tight. I'm trying, but you know how heavy this thing is? Trust me, I know. Just as Jonathan manages to get Banjo aboard, she glares him with eyes brimming of anger and a mean hiss to boot. Is this thing really a cat? Looks more like a pillow, if you ask me. How does the subtitles do with my meowing? Interesting.
Man!
Stop scratching me, you oversized cat!
Over here.
Come a little closer so I can take her off for you. Ciel has to wrap his entire arm around Banjo's body to get a hold of her. The only casualty from this exchange is one face. Here you are, miss. Your cat is safe.
Well,
Thanks. I hope she won't cause any trouble.
Don't worry.
It wasn't a problem at all.
Are you kidding me?
Hello, I'm a victim here. Do you know that
As
cat?
a matter of fact.
Yes, I actually met this cat before when a friend left school early. Appears Banjo tore up his notes and ran off, so he seemed worried because of an upcoming test. Punishment? Consider that revenge. My furry friend. I certainly didn't let go of that grudge. Anyway, sorry for interrupting your tour. We'll be on our way now.
Later.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day. As they part ways, Banjo dives straight into Anya's Burger Jack bag and munches everything. Her little tail wiggles with satisfaction. I ain't repeating that. I think that was satisfactory. Ciel's eyes slowly open later that night, only to find himself underwater once more. It could only mean one thing. I'm underwater?
What?
Wait, I'm having the same dream, aren't I?
You see.
We meet again, bird boy. I don't think talking to someone's voice counts as a meeting. Show yourself.
Fool.
Discourteous child. Why must I reveal my identity to someone who never reveals his?
Enough.
Look, I didn't tell anyone about the mermaid, so stop bothering me. What do you want from me anyway, and why am I still getting these dreams? You are one of the few people who can see the true Aquadine.
Oh?
What do you mean? Aquamarine. Aquamarine? If you return to the shore tonight, you might find some answers. As the rapid currents force Ciel back, the ancient ruins fade away in the distance. Aquamarine, I wonder if that's Anya's real name. Robin, wake up! Grandpa is speaking!
What?
Grandpa, what's wrong?
Grandpa will speak.
Don't sleep down here. You want a cold? Fine, I'll go to my room later. Didn't you go to bed already? No, Grandpa was watching cartoons, but came down for a snack. Maybe I'll go scull a little and get some fresh air.
Oh, yeah?
Now, you'll have school tomorrow.
Don't worry.
Just for a bit. I'll go straight to bed when I come back. Ciel looks for a lantern and a lighter before heading out, leaving his grandpa a bit concerned. He's just like his mother. Ciel wanders through a shore once again in hopes to learn more about his dream. He doesn't know what to expect this time. I wonder what the voice said when he said I might find some answers here. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to speak with the mermaid. Who's that girl? Her hair is as white as snow.
Greetings.
So you've come. I have been expecting you. Are you the voice from my dreams? No, I currently do not possess the ability to speak in others' dreams. Currently, it's actually possible. Yes, but I assure you that my voice was not the one you heard. Little Bird told me you'd be looking for someone. She asked me to assist you.
Oh?
A Little Bird?
Forgive me.
I have yet to introduce myself. I am Mute Lanavel. Mute? That's a pretty uncommon name, especially for someone who isn't mute. Come now, I have never met anyone named Ciel before either. Looks like the jellyfish spirits are here again.
Oh,
You can see them?
Could it be?
Wait, you can see them too? I tried telling others about them before, but no one ever believed me. Spirits that take the form of jellyfish are known as undines. I knew that. Not the jellyfish part, but the undine part. Undines? That is correct. My bloodline grants me the ability of a medium, allowing me to communicate with spirits.
Actually,
However, it appears you are able to see these undines, yet you cannot hear them. What a strange case, I must say. They can talk. What are they saying?
one moment.
Just allow me to listen. Mute's long eyelashes closed briefly to concentrate on what the undines are trying to say. Neptune.
What?
Oh, Neptune, that's the princess of our sea deity, Levios, but why are they saying her name? I do not have the answer you seek, but you heard a voice in your dream, correct? What did it tell you? It said I was one of the few people who could see the underwater kingdom. When I asked why, the only word he said was Aquamarine. Aquamarine. Help me to examine your eyes for a moment. Mute stares intently at Ciel's eyes and carefully examines them. Ciel at the same time cannot help to notice how alluring Mute's eyes are. She's a lot prettier up close. You have mesmerizing eyes. Thanks.
Fascinating.
It makes sense now. Your aquamarine eyes grant you the ability to see undines, yet not any other type of spirit. There are 3 people with aquamarine eyes. Since that voice claimed you could see an underwater kingdom, I am curious to learn what other powers your eyes possess. I wonder where I've been getting those dreams, and why that voice is telling me about this now. Perhaps what you encountered was actually a nightmare. The undines appear uneasy, so it could be a warning.
Really?
A warning? From what? I do not know, but if that voice called for you, it may be your destiny to follow this path. My destiny?
Farewell.
It is about time for us to part ways. We will meet again. Mute vanishes before Ciel as a cool breeze follows, leaving him speechless from this mysterious encounter. Early the next morning, Robin walks across the halls alone with his thoughts occupied on what happened the night before.
I'm tired.
And what's with all this? What's with all of these weird dreams lately? And I actually met someone who talks to spirits. A little too supernatural if you ask me. Then again, there's no denying that I've seen the mermaid and the undines.
What's up?
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead. Are you still tired? What now, Diana? Couldn't you just leave me alone for once? Why? Isn't it normal to my boyfriend?
What?
Huh? Boyfriend? Since when?
Well.
Come over and chill? Hey, you shouldn't be talking like that here. Hey, you ought to see the look on your face. I'm just pulling your leg, silly. Maybe this is the nightmare Mute was talking about.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And you wanted me to pass a message. You said she'd be waiting for you in the library during lunch.
Really?
What
Don't
for?
know.
It smells like a study date, if you ask me. Anywho, I'll catch you later. Such a happy-go-lucky girl. Must be nice to live without a care in the world. With that, Diana finally leaves him alone and skips along to class. Despite having his heart teased the first thing in the morning, Robin pays her no further attention and carries on with his day. Robin goes to the library during lunch as instructed. Most people are here during these hours, so this would be the perfect chance for a nap. Only one thing stands between him and his sleep. I wonder what business Anya has with me. She's not the type to start a conversation. Then again, she made Diana her messenger. Skipping lunch for this, so it better be worth it. Robin stumbles across Anya at her usual table and catches a glimpse of her latest creation. However, he's too busy trying to figure out what she's drawing to admire her work. Why are you drawing an alien?
Actually,
Because they're cute? I've got a problem with that. You like fat cats, don't you? Maybe you should draw a fat alien. Anya's hand stops the moment Robin's words spark a light bulb. Inspiration at its finest.
exactly.
And genius?
What?
Seriously? Ooh, crap. Wait a second, we're wasting time. Alright. Ciel told me Banjo tore your notes after you brought her back to the alley, so I'm sorry about that. Since the test is in a few days, I can review with you?
Sure.
Thanks, I'll take you up on your offer. Anya gleefully takes out a lunchbox that has been contaminated in an ominous aura. It is none other than a notorious fried rice. How can you screw up fried rice, really? Oh man, I'm getting some bad vibes from that container. It's the same dish even Elizabeth couldn't finish.
Robin,
You haven't eaten yet, right? Have some lunch. Wait, we can't eat in here. I do it all the time. No one else is around, and even the librarians went out for lunch. Sorry. That's the least of my worries. Robin reluctantly accepts the lunchbox and a pair of chopsticks. Deep down, he's praying to the almighty Levios for no food poisoning. So bitter. How is it? I've never had anything like this before. Thanks for letting me try your lunch, but I'd feel bad if I ate the rest. Oh, don't worry about me. I have my own. Curses. Here, you can use my textbook. Let me know if you need any help. Thanks. I actually have a question on this page. As Robin moves a little closer, he noticed something strange about Anya's eyes. Something he never realised until now. His own eyes widen after seeing it. Her eyes are the same colour as mine, but they're...
Well,
The wording for this problem is a little tricky, but Anya stares back at Robin and looks just as shocked as he is. Aquamarine. How much more does she know? Can she see the Undines too? Could he be? For what seems like an eternity, Robin and Anya continue to stare into each other's eyes. Maybe Elizabeth's also a mermaid. Maybe that's what's happening to his mum. Because she's never been in the water or something. She needs to go in the water, but she needs to be in the sea so she can transform, and then it'll automatically fix her. Ugh. Maybe they're all mermaids. In a quiet library with no one else around, it's almost as if the two are in their own little worlds. Kiss him already, damn it!
what?
Diana? Oh, rip. Surprise.
How annoying.
What are you doing?
Well,
Just checking on how you're doing. It was getting juicy, so I thought I'd give you a little push. Anywho, could you let me forget I was here and just pucker up? I swear I won't tell a soul. We shall continue tomorrow, Robin. I have something to do. Robin watches with concern as Diana leaves without another word. He was so close to learning more about both her and himself. Was it something I said?
Don't worry.
For once, I don't think it was you. Guess for Gucci. Those eyes. I'm willing to bet that Anya knows more about Merfolk than she's letting on. Robin glances back at the table and notices he still has Anya's textbook.
Oh?
Anya forgot to take her book. Could you bring it back to her? I actually don't know where she usually goes after lunch. Why don't you bring it to her place after school? She's a terrible liar, but whatever. My first tour for today starts a little later anyway.
oh,
Here, I'll write down her address in case you need it. Diana grabs a crumpled ball of paper from her pocket, tears it in half, and writes an address that is barely legible. There you go. If you don't catch her at home, she's probably at the plaza somewhere. Thanks. Robin decides to spend the rest of the period in the library, while Diana sticks around with nothing better to do. School is dismissed and students are pouring out of the gates. While most of them are chatting among their friends, Robin walks with his eyes glued to the mythology he's been reading. Sailor and the mermaid fell in love shortly after they met.
Really?
That's just a story from the Bridge of Sorrow. Tell me something I don't know. Robin flips through a few pages, hoping to find new information about the merfolk. Merfolk have the ability to change into human form. They will revert back to their merfolk form when submerged in water. Mating between a human and a merfolk, however, was a huge concern. That's interesting, but I still haven't read anything that explains the aquamarine eyes, though. As Robin's eyes leave the page, he sees a dark-haired girl with a purple headband just up ahead. Unlike most students, she always wears a jacket over her uniform.
Anya.
Oh, it's you. I forgot your textbook earlier, so I was about to drop it off at your place. Thanks. I didn't have to do that. I never use it anyway. Also, I was wondering if you're familiar with aquamarine. I read about it in the mythology book and figured you might know more.
well.
Aquamarine originates from the tears of a merfolk. I said they have magical properties, able to protect anyone underwater. Have you noticed anything different lately?
Oh?
Different? What are you talking about?
Whatever.
Never mind. Anya walks away without any further interest in the conversation, leaving Robin with more questions than he started. I wonder what she meant by that. Robin heads home as Anya's strange questioning continues to boggle his mind. Tori's trying to read in bed later that night, but after flipping through a few pages, she closes the book and sighs. Can barely see the words. A few knocks follow before Tori realizes her expected visitor has arrived. She opens a book and pretends to read. Come in.
How are you?
Mum, how are you doing? I'm doing just fine. How about you? I'm fine, but Grandpa isn't feeling well, so it's just me today. Did Dr. Whitman say anything?
Well,
It's tumours. There's tumours. The tumours are spreading and my vision is getting worse. I can't say I'm doing well. about me, have you read anything new lately?
As a matter of fact.
Yes, I actually brought it with me. Robin shows the mum his book he's been reading. Fortunately, the title is large enough for her to see.
Oh?
Mythology of the Merfolk civilization, huh? Looks like a fun read. Do you think merfolk actually existed?
My.
You're starting to sound like your grandpa. Does he still believe in sirens? Ugh, are you kidding me, Mum? I can't even scull at night without him crying sirens. And if you're still alive, he tells you to get the groceries, right? Always. They share a laugh together as they recall their memories with Grandpa. Their memories as a family.
By the way,
Have you been hanging out with Cameron more like you used to? Yes, but I shouldn't. I need to focus more on school and work.
don't worry.
Robin, I know you're working very hard for me and I'm so proud of you. But promise me you'll spend more time with your friends, okay? I want you to have fun like other teenagers. There's still so much to be done, but if that's what you want, I promise.
Thank you.
That would make me very happy. Robin chats with his mum a little longer before leaving. He seems relieved that she's doing fine, at least for tonight. She needs to go to the water. Robin runs into Dr. Woodman as he exits the room. She approaches him usually to discuss how his mum is doing. Robin, could I have a word with you?
Sure.
What is it?
You see.
First of all, I must apologise. I overheard a bit of the conversation you had with your mum. It was a discussion about merfolk that caught my attention.
Don't worry.
That was just casual talk about this book I've been reading. Mythology of the Merfolk civilization. Do you believe they existed? At this point, I'd be more crazy if I didn't believe him, but what should I tell her? Robin, is everything alright? Sorry about that. About your question, maybe it's possible they existed since merfolk mythology influenced much of our town to this day. So don't say that is so, the mermaid. I shouldn't be pulling any supernatural legs. I haven't told anyone this, but there was one occasion when I saw a mermaid. Yeah, just like that.
What?
Wait, you saw a mermaid?
Mm-hmm.
It was a few years ago when I was taking a stroll at night. The details were too dark to make out, but she looked like a young teenager with long blue hair. Do you remember anything else?
Well,
I do recall seeing her work on land. I believe she has the ability to change into a human form.
Interesting.
I actually read about that.
really?
May I take a look? Robin flips to the page in his book, allowing Dr. Woodman to skim over it herself. Her eyes widen. How fascinating. Ever since that night, I've grown more interested in them and wanted to learn more.
Oh?
You haven't had any strange dreams since then, have you? That I recall. Why? Never mind that, it's nothing. Why would that voice not call Dr. Woodman? Is it because she doesn't have aquamarine eyes?
By the way,
Would it be okay if I borrowed this book for a few days? Been looking for any old documents regarding merfolk, but reliable ones are hard to come by. This might be promising. I haven't had the time to read much, but Dr. Woodman might be able to fill me in later if she goes through it. That could be for the best. I don't trust her, and it's a school book, right? No, apparently we're lending her the book. Robin considers the little time he's able to read during his busy schedule and agrees to lend Dr. Woodman the book. Ciel sculls to the fateful shore once more, curious if he'll discover something new this time. So far, it hasn't disappointed him yet. It's like Mute isn't here. If the mermaid shows up tonight, maybe I should keep my distance so I won't scare her away. Still, there's no guarantee she'll be here. Guess I'll have to wait for a bit. After securing his gondola, Ciel carefully disembarks with his lantern at hand. He sits against a tree before gazing at the night sky. The undines are dancing around like they're greeting him. If what Mute says was true, why did the undines mention Uneptu? Her tales are quite old. What's the point in bringing up her name now? Then again, does it even matter? No matter how I look at it, none of this has anything to do with my goal. It'd be wise of me to get some rest. But I can't help it, now mermaids are definitely real, I'm anxious to learn more. Roughly half an hour passes without any new activity, so Ciel gets up and stretches his arms.
I'm tired.
Looks like nothing is happening tonight. I need to head back before Grandpa scolds me again. As Ciel prepares to leave, the sound of water splashing catches his attention.
What?
What was that? And there's the young mermaid bathing in the moonlight without any fear. Ciel is finally witnessing her in a more natural state. It's her. Banjo, what's that cat doing here? Are you hungry already? Fine, just wait a minute. She's talking. And why does that voice sound familiar? As the mermaid prepares to leave the water, her entire body is covered in a bright blue light, a spectacle that Ciel hasn't seen before. Is she transforming? Do merfolk really have the ability to change into human forms? Ciel is left speechless after the transformation sequence is complete. It's not just the spectacle that attracted his attention, but also the girl who emerged. This is a face he knows all too well, yet he's left with more questions than answers. I can't believe it. Anya as the mermaid. So, Anya route. Okay, so we've got common route. And then we're now in Anya route. So that's okay. I need to overwrite some saves, but it's more just logging to see what happened. Anya dries herself with a towel before putting on a jacket. She grabs his bag of snacks from her pocket and offers them to Badger. What pocket? She was wearing a bikini. Oh, probably the jacket. I bought some more carrots if you want.
Well,
I guess you're tired of veggies. You want my burger jack instead?
meow.
Can't believe it. No wonder she knows so much about the merfolk. How much more does she know? What else is she hiding from me? She's not hiding it from you. She's hiding it from everyone, sweetie. Ciel hesitates to retreat, but he accidentally steps on a branch and catches her attention. Darn.
What?
Who's there? No one replies, but Anya remains on guard. She quickly gathers her belongings and hurries on home. With only a few days left before the exam, Robin meets Anya again to study. However, what he saw at the shore is still weighing on his mind. Do people who have aquamarine eyes carry merfolk blood? Mum and I share aquamarine eyes too, but neither of us are merfolk. What could this mean? So, what do you need me to go over for the exam? Robin points to a random question he already knows the answer to, just to solve for time. He's trying to get another look at Anya's eyes.
Wow.
You were stuck on this one. I expected better from you. There's no doubt about it. We share the same eye colour, and she even dropped a clue. When Anya asked if I noticed anything different, maybe she wondered if I could also turn into a merfolk. That's because she saw my eyes too.
Is that clear?
Are you even paying attention?
Anya.
I have a question. When we were leaving school, why did you ask me if I noticed anything different? I just felt like asking, that's all. Looks like she doesn't want to talk about it, but she wasn't fazed by my question either. Look, if you have the time to get off topic, I guess you don't need any help.
What?
Wait. She walks away like this. I might not have another chance to get answers from her. Since Mum also has aquamarine eyes, it's a possibility her illness could be related to the merfolk. Even doctors couldn't figure out what it was, so this could be the only lead I have. I didn't want to say it, but I guess it's now or never.
Enough.
Hold it. What now? I know that you're a mermaid. Anya freezes in place after hearing this accusation. It's quite the shock, since no one outside of her family knew about her secret until now. She shivers in fear after a single statement, takes a step back, like she wants to run away. He's the one who saw me? What's he gonna do? Last night, I saw a mermaid transform into a girl. It was you.
How annoying.
Hold on. Do you honestly think anyone believes such a bold statement without any proof?
Sure.
True. I don't have any physical evidence, but you dropped a hint. You asked me if I notice anything different when I get in the water. Look, I already told you it was a random question.
No.
It wasn't random. In fact, it was completely related. Anya gasps as Robin doesn't waver from his claim. She's completely defenseless.
As a matter of fact.
Merfolk can change into human form according to the mythology, but they will return to their merfolk state whenever they get in the water. That's just a myth. It doesn't mean it's real. Anya has a terrible poker face. Pretty sure I've got her cornered. It all makes sense now. The reason you didn't get in the water at the beach was because you didn't want us to see your mermaid form.
How annoying.
I told you, I just wanted a draw. Then prove me wrong. We'll go to a pool after school. If you can hop in without transforming into a mermaid, I'll apologise for accusing you. You should go somewhere private.
What?
What you gonna do now? What you gain from knowing
Don't
this?
worry.
I just want to learn more about myself, about the aquamarine eyes my mum and I share. There's even the smallest hint about how to cure my mum's disease. I have to find it, so could you help me?
Well,
I don't know if your mum's illness is related to the merfolk. I don't even know any merfolk other than myself, but maybe not all people with aquamarine eyes are merfolk. Sorry, I have to go now. Robin watches with concern as his shaken friend walks away. Doesn't have the heart to press her any further. Later that day, Ciel is already dressed and ready for his next appointment, but he seems concerned about what happened. I need to apologise to Annie when I get the chance. Maybe today's talk can help get that out of my mind.
Grandpa will speak.
Ah, Ciel, go greet your customer. She just arrived.
Thank you.
I'll be with her shortly. Ciel heads over to the waiting room where their guest is waiting and forces a smile.
Hello.
It's Mew, isn't it? Welcome to the Cloud Company. My name is Ciel, and I will be your tour guide for the day.
Greetings.
We meet again, Ciel.
Oh?
Mute, what are you doing here? She is very pretty. Is she your girlfriend? Please, Grandpa, you're making our customer uncomfortable. Girlfriend?
Don't worry.
Sorry, he's only teasing you. Just ignore him.
Actually,
But I am a male. I understand, but you shouldn't take my grandpa too seriously. Wait, what did you say? I am a male. Assumptions. Ciel and his grandpa are left speechless. Mute's long eyelashes, beautiful face, and feminine voice deceive them both. All sorts of questions are running through their heads, questions they wouldn't dare ask.
well,
Is everything alright?
Oh.
Grandpa has some errands to run. You two have fun. You're leaving me? Grandpa escapes to safety, leaving behind his own grandson to handle the rest himself. What a coward.
oh,
Your personality is far more brusque than what I recall. Are you feeling unwell? It's been a very stressful day, so please forgive me. Follow me to the gondola. Ciel takes a deep breath before opening the door for his guest. It was a lot to take in for the poor gondolier. After an interesting conversation to say the least, Ciel grabs his oar and leads Mute to the gondolas outside.
fascinating.
So this is the white gondola I've heard so much about. The local Aquadinians speak highly of your tours.
Thank you.
You are too kind. Please take my hand and watch your step. Mute does what he says as he carefully steps on the gondola. His hand feels cold and small, like a girl's. I'm still not convinced. Assumptions, dude.
One moment.
Are you still feeling conflicted about what you've learned? Of course I am.
Well,
I was referring to your aquamarine eyes.
Meow.
Banjo.
Oh?
What is she doing here? Would you mind if this chubby fellow joins us? She seems to enjoy following me for some reason, even though I'm not from here.
Sure.
That should be fine.
actually,
Also, there is something I must confess.
What?
Wait, you must what? I'm quite hungry. Do you have a recommendation for lunch? Oh, right. I recommend we go visit the floating market. Lots of gondolas pass that area, so we'll see several hawkers there.
Meow.
That certainly sounds interesting. Please take me there.
Why, yes.
As you wish. Ciel takes the oar and begins touring his unusual pair of guests. Just as requested, Ciel takes Mute to the floating market, which happens to be busy today.
Over here.
And here we are. Not many tourists are even aware that this market exists, but I believe it carries a unique experience. Is there a particular boat that catches your attention? These hawkers serve all sorts of food. If you don't mind, I'd like you to choose for me. Very well, how about this one? Ciel directs Mute's attention to a boat where twins are preparing soup. Welcome.
Oh,
Ciel, how may we help you?
Hello.
We're just here to find something to eat. You two often help your family out in this business, right?
what do you think?
Our speciality is seafood soup, and many people consider it a must-try. Would you like some?
As a matter of fact.
The Changa-style seafood soup is one of the best dishes served here, making the floating market worth paying a visit. I recommend it to my guests quite often. He doesn't like soup.
forgive me.
Sorry, are you also hungry? It's a fat cat. I've never seen one this big before. See the cutest giant fluff ball.
Meow.
Oh. So what would it be? You're not going to let this hapless cat starve, are you?
Well,
Make that 3 bowls, please. Coming right up. I should have warned him about that. Like a certain Reddit I know, these girls can be just as cunning.
actually,
Ciel, have you learned any more about our Neptune since we last met?
No.
I'm afraid not, which is why I was wondering if you wanted to visit the Bridge of Sorrow next.
No way.
You're taking her to the Bridge of Sorrow? You were seeing someone? Someone you already bought a ring for?
Wow.
I'm so happy for you two.
Meow.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
one moment.
What are you talking about? When a couple visits the Bridge of Sorrow together, that could only mean one thing. A marriage proposal. Is that your intention?
What?
Please let me explain. After our conversation about the Merfolk Princess the other night, I thought it would be natural to visit the bridge to see the carvings.
Well,
Ever since Tori Lien got engaged there, the Bridge of Sorrow became the most popular sites for couples to propose. Some say that if a couple get engaged there, the love will last forever.
Forgive me.
apologize for the misunderstanding, but I am male who is not attracted to men. I am also not attracted to men. Ciel tries his best to clear up the misunderstanding before it's time for them to leave. The sun is beginning to set as Ciel and Mute approach the Bridge of Sorrow. They're only here to resume the chill.
Over here.
And here we are at the Bridge of Sorrow. As you can see, the carvings depict a young sailor falling in love with a mermaid and Neptune. Some believe their love symbolised a bridge between the merfolk and the humans. That is why an architect was commissioned to build an actual bridge around 500 years ago. Oh, so it could be a very distant ancestor. How did the Bridge of Sorrow get its name?
As a matter of fact.
When a Neptune chose to live with her human lover, Levios confiscated her ability to change into a mermaid and banished her. It was a huge controversy in ancient Aquadine, especially because they were discriminated by the humans. As time passed, more and more merfolk began to find love with the humans. And just like in Neptune, the rest of the merfolk shared the same fate, until ancient Aquadine was no more. Oh! So there could be potentially a lot of mermaids. Every Berber stopped to bathe in your guttering. That sounds really cute. After you told me the Undines were chanting a Neptune, I thought we might find some clues here.
One moment.
Very well, allow me to listen. Mute closes his eyes to concentrate on potential spirits. There's certainly a disturbance in the air. I can hear Banjo's voice.
Really?
That probably doesn't count, since I can hear it too. Who knows, perhaps your ability to interact with spirits is growing. What is she saying? Feed me, human, I am hungry. You know, I think you might actually be right. Hurry up, I'm waiting. Ciel pauses as it takes a moment for everything to click. Did you say something, or was that just me?
Fool.
I think the cat is making some weird noises. Weird noises? How dare you mock the way I speak?
What?
Wait, you can talk? Of course I can talk, you imbecile. Just because you cannot understand me does not permit you to ignore me. Speaking of which, why haven't you brought me my food? I've already expressed my hunger. God, this cat is demanding. You actually said that? I thought Mute was making that up.
Well...
Surprise? It's been a long day. Maybe I should just go home and take a nap.
You see.
Oh my god! Banjo is the freaking voice! See, I told you Banjo was like some kind of spirit. Some kind of water spirit. Did I not say that? Did I not say that? Well, do you not recognize my voice? Your voice? Now that she mentions it, it does sound familiar, but where did I hear it from? You are not to tell anyone about what you witnessed this evening. What are you talking about?
Fool.
A young mermaid. Wait. Did I really see a mermaid? How did he know I saw her? Oh my god, there's so many weird
Be?
misgendering pronoun-y shit in here. You were the one who spoke to me in my dream. It's about time, human. Thought I'd cough up another hairball before you figured it out. Your voice sounds quite masculine for a female cat. You dare upset me. Do you not know who I am? A talking fat cat that came out of a cartoon? Okay, what? I am Levios, ruler of Aquadine. Those who challenge me face the wrath of the ocean itself.
No.
I don't believe you. Question my authority. I'll have you rot in the coldest cell of the sea.
So?
But you're a cat, and weren't you drowning the other day? Silence, you peasant. Ever since I took this form, my natural instincts have grown to fear the water. A sea deity who's afraid of water. Oh, the irony.
Fool.
I shall remember this after taking over the world. Now hurry up and fetch me a ball of yarn. I require entertainment. This has to be a joke, right? Banjo finds herself distracted by something else, leaving the others to carry on with their conversation.
Really?
So you knew that she could talk, and is she really Levios? Yes. All of the spirits confirmed that she, or rather he, is telling the truth. As to why he's taken the form of a cat, I believe that is merely his host body.
Oh?
A host body? Doesn't you mean the cat is some kind of marionette? Perhaps that is a valid analogy. Only greater spirits can take a host body, while lesser spirits like the Undines wander as ghosts. Once a greater spirit is in sync with the host body, it can speak without assistance from a medium. Never heard him talk and... Never heard it... Oh god, words! Never heard him talk until today, though. I have so many questions to ask, but I don't even know where to begin.
Oh.
At least now you may speak with the almighty Levios yourself. Let's move to a less populated area to discuss these matters. I'd rather not have people stare at us while we talk to a cat. I mean, I talk to cats all the time. They don't usually answer back, though. I think I'd be quite scared if the cat started answering back. CL takes his passengers straight back home before anyone sees him talking to a cat of all things. My shoulder hurts. CL brings his guests back to the company where they can resume their confidential conversation. Looks like my grandpa is still out doing errands. Would you two like anything to drink?
Actually,
I'm fine, but thank you for offering. Fetch me some milk, servant, immediately. Will skim milk do?
It can't be.
What? You actually drink that watered-down sorry excuse for milk? You do not have cat milk?
No.
Of course not. We don't own a cat. Worthless human. Wait, why am I taking orders from a cat? I'll leave you two alone now. The white-haired pretty boy wanders elsewhere to check out the wide collection of books and photos. Anyway, you wanted to ask me something, right? I don't have all day, you know. If you really are the voice from my dream, why did you ask me to keep the mermaid a secret? Because the merfolk are endangered. You are aware of how the true Aquadine fell, right?
Sure.
The merfolk were inspired by our Neptune's choice to find lovers and live on the surface, causing ancient Aquadine's population to dwindle.
You see.
That is only the part of the answer. The main reason is their offspring.
What?
Their offspring? When a human and a merfolk give birth, the child will always be born a human. But didn't that happen because you turned the merfolk into full human? Wouldn't make a difference as long as their genes remained the same. As you've probably noticed, aquamarine eyes are a trait unique to those who carry merfolk blood. It's gone unnoticed for countless years because not only are aquamarine eyes rare, they're often mistaken for blue. And not every human with merfolk blood has our eyes.
So?
Are Anya's parents merfolk too? No, both of Anya's parents are humans.
Could it be?
What? But how could that be? I am not entirely sure myself, especially since she appears to be the only merfolk born from two human parents. I'm going to go with recessive genes. At least to my knowledge, I don't know if there are any similar cases in other parts of the world. Therefore, I conclude that the chances of a human giving birth to a merfolk are extremely rare, but not zero. But I still don't understand. If a merfolk and a human never had a merfolk child, how did two humans do it? Merfolk blood runs from her mother's side, but only Anya has the eyes. The aquamarine eyes, right? My mum and I also have those eyes, but why aren't we merfolk? Guards, please escort my visitor. I wish to sleep.
What?
What guards? You didn't answer my question. Pretty boy!
oh,
Who, me? Yes. I hereby bestow upon you the right to serve as my guard.
actually,
I'm honoured, however, I've already sworn my loyalty to someone else.
Fool.
You fool, I don't even care if you serve an emperor. I am a god! Wait, what about my questions? Don't feel like answering all of them. You should be grateful I even gave you that much attention.
As a matter of fact.
I'll buy some burger jack later. Those words alone are powerful enough to make Banjo's mouth water. Even the almighty god cannot resist a juicy burger. I can't think that that's good for a cat. Maybe the meat part, but probably not the carbs. It is true that you and your mother also have merfolk blood flowing in your veins, but it is much different compared to Anya's. The Undines can sense that as well.
Sure.
Yes, but all they said was a Neptune. I don't know what that means. You are a Neptune's descendant, after all.
Really?
I am her descendant? That must be some kind of joke, right?
Hmm.
You already believe in... Oh, excuse me. You already believe in mermaids and talking cat dogs, right? Being the descendant of a deity isn't too far off. Either I'm crazy or you're both incredibly talented liars. Wait, doesn't that also mean...
You see.
Ciel, I am your father. No! Well, more like your great. Okay, I get it, I'm related to you, but are my mum and I both half merfolk? We have the eyes, but neither of us can turn into merfolk. I must begrudgingly admit it, but even I am not completely sure about that. I mean, yes, but Godcat is still incredibly big, people have commented. And also apparently appears to be some kind of small black demon who ransacks the cafeteria. I can't tell if you're closer to being a human, merfolk, or just stuck in between. Sharing my blood could have raised your chances of inheriting merfolk genes. Why are you so curious about this anyway? My mum has been hospitalised for 4 years because of an unknown disease. I was wondering if it could be related to the merfolk. She's gradually losing her vision, has trouble breathing, and can barely stand on her own. I can see why you think that could be related. That doesn't sound like a disease ordinary humans would have. Is there anything I can do to help her? An aquamarine crystal might do the trick, but you'd have to search underwater for one.
Oh?
Aquamarine crystals?
You see.
Aquamarine crystal are like a medicine for merfolk. They have the ability to reverse the effects of any magic and illness. The more complicated the illness, the larger the shard required. These crystals are grown from merfolk tears, so they'll be hard to find nowadays. Each can only be used once before losing its magic. So could I use Anya's tears to make a crystal?
One moment.
You're willing to make a lady cry to satisfy your needs. I misjudged you.
What?
That's not what I meant. It's just a theory. Anya's tears. This can certainly make another crystal. However, it can take many years before they're ready. If you're trying to get a crystal sooner, you'd be better off searching for one. Had I known about this back then, Mum might have been out of the hospital by now. I'm bored of answering questions. Pretty boy, pick me up and take me to Burgerjack.
Well...
Again, why are we taking orders from a cat? CL opens the door for his guests, who are now ready to buy some cheeseburgers. Robin drops by to visit his mum again, but Tori is squinting her eyes. She seems confused about who it could be and takes a guess.
Robin.
Is that you?
How are you?
Yes, it's me. How are you? Sorry, I couldn't recognize you for a second. I'm okay. How was your tour? It was unforgettable, to say the least. I took my guests to the floating market first, and the Bridge of Sorrows afterwards.
Oh?
I still remember the very first time I took your dad there.
So?
What was he like?
my,
Just like
my.
He was very bright and mature for his age. After I toured him for the first time, he said his favourite sight was the Bridge of Sorrow. I thought it was because the engraving had a sailor in it, but he was actually interested in the lore. Despite its name, he believed it was happiness that inspired other merfolk to follow Levios's daughter. Yes, I mean, yeah, cats are in charge, right? Even though their encounter led to the fall of a civilization, the lovers' paths were still connected by their true feelings for one another. After your dad and I dated for a few years, he asked me to take him on another tour one afternoon. I didn't know where else to tour him, but he requested the route from where we first met. Just as we were about to pass under the Bridge of Sorrow, he got on his knee with a ring at hand. Aww. That was when I believed him, and I truly believed the bridge was filled with happiness. Just as Tori finished telling her story, the doorknob turns. Hello, how are you both doing this evening? Hi, Dr. Woodman, are you here for my mum's checkup?
Actually,
I'd like to speak with you in private first, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Alright, I'll be back soon, Mum. Don't worry about me, take your time. Robin and Dr. Woodman briefly step outside to continue their discussion on merfolk.
by the way,
Thanks for letting me borrow your book. I just finished reading today, but I have a few questions. Have you ever noticed that you and your mum don't actually have blue eyes?
As a matter of fact.
My eyes are blue according to the papers, but there's a notable difference when compared with actual blue eyes. The colour of your eyes is actually aquamarine, the same colour as merfolk eye. I believe both you and your mum inherited merfolk genes. While reading this book, I also came across a disease with symptoms similar to your mum's condition. It's called endamier.
Oh?
Endamier? I've never heard of that. I'm not sure how reliable this book is, but endamier appears to be a unique disease for merfolk. It causes a merfolk to undergo abnormal physical changes which would turn them into full sea creatures. Your mum is human though, so no one knows what could happen. I believe it's best to prepare for the worst just to be
Could
safe.
it be?
Then has her time in the hospital helped her at all?
well,
Our treatments help stabilise her breathing a bit and relieve her of her pain, but it doesn't appear to be a permanent fix. Physical therapy hasn't gone well despite her efforts. Even then your mum never gives up. On the bright side, we did notice her condition seems to improve a bit whenever she takes a bath of all things. It seemed nothing more than a coincidence at first, but perhaps this disease is really connected to the merfolk genes. Thanks for the tips. I might be better off diving for some answers at this point.
really?
Are you going to search for ancient Aquadine's ruins on your own? I know you're worried for your mum, but you'll get hypothermia.
Don't worry.
I know some people. Robin stays focused on his goal, which concerns Dr. Woodman as she fears he may not consider his own safety. Robin spends the day looking for Anya during lunch, but has little luck. He's even checking under the benches to see if Banjo's around. I wonder where Anya went. She wasn't in the library either.
What's up?
Hey there, Robin, what you doing?
Diana,
Let me guess, you're looking for Anya, aren't you? It bugs me that you're actually right this time. Looks like I landed a bullseye. How about you tag along with me and we can stop by her place?
what?
Don't be shy, you're looking for her anyway, so why don't we go together? She's right, this is probably the best chance I have to ask Anya for her help. Besides, I have some extra time before today's tour.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Oh,
I like the confidence you got there, but you better not chicken out, got it? You're so persistent. Robin carries on with his day as he braces himself for another one of Diana's adventures. School ends later that day, but Diana is losing her patience while waiting for Robin by the gates. Geez, what's taking him so long? I don't have all day.
greetings. What's up?
How's it going, Elizabeth? Are you waiting for someone?
Well,
Yeah, Forrest is sure taking his time. I see, in that case I will see you tomorrow. Wait, I didn't have the chance to ask you before, but when is your next concert?
forgive me.
I'm in quite a hurry. Perhaps another time. Elizabeth abruptly ends the conversation before she walks over to her ride where Alfred is waiting. So I guess no autograph either. I remember something happened at one of her concerts. Not sure exactly what it was, but I hope she makes a comeback soon. Greetings.
Hey,
There you are. Who do you think you were making me wait for you?
What?
I thought we were going to leave together, but you randomly decided to have a race and bolted off. Did I hear something? Not sure what it was, but it sounded like a sore loser if you ask me.
Really?
Oh my god, those two are competitive. The cousins. What did you just call me? Mind that? Let's go. Diana quickly grabs Robin by the necktie and drags him along to their next destination. The front door is being knocked repeatedly to the point that it becomes more annoying than an alarm clock. This could only be the work of a particular idiot. Hello?
what's up? What?
What the?
Hey.
What are you waiting for, Slowpoke? Hurry up and do it. What's up? Anya attempts to close the door, but Diana intercepts it with her shoe and lets herself in. It's a big deal. We came to see you.
How annoying.
But you're so loud. I won't get any sleep with you around. You don't look too good. What happened?
Well,
I caught a cold over the weekend, so you could please two leave.
Oh,
Thing, Mr. Norton said the makeup test is tomorrow at his office. If I can get some sleep, I should be okay.
Robin.
Carry Anya to her room. Anya's eyes widen with disbelief from what Diana is suggesting. Then again, it's Diana. Carry her? Anya turns red as she shivers in place. It's hard to determine whether it's because she's sick or embarrassed.
Really?
And what are you going to do?
Later.
Just, I gotta help out at the cafe. Catch you all later. Diana makes a swift retreat, leaving her friends alone in an awkward silence. She seems quite proud of her work as a ring woman. You don't need to be carried, right?
I'm fine.
My skin gets dry if I don't. My skin gets dry if I don't swing. I'm fine. My skin gets dry if I don't swim regularly, but I lost track of time and caught a cold. I guess you can't safely swim during the day unless you use the tub.
Actually,
I prefer natural salt water. The tub just doesn't feel right. Mermaids have preferences too, I guess. For the sake of protecting... Oops, my secret. I decided you won't leave her alive. Just whacked my microphone.
What?
That was a joke. You're the first person outside my family to learn my secret though, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone. A joke, huh?
Robin.
Come with me, I want to show you something. As Anya leads the way, it doesn't take long before Robin realises he's actually going to her room. What he witnesses is beyond anything he ever imagined.
Could it be?
Oh, pretty. It's a lot of art. There are pictures everywhere. You draw all of these. Yes, this is my room. It's filled with pictures of every place I've been. This is my world. Each and every image, every drawing taped up on these walls is like a fragment of my memories. Even though my existence causes nothing but trouble, I constantly remind myself that I'm alive. You wish you weren't born.
Well,
My own dad couldn't accept having a daughter isn't human. He wanted to find a way to turn me into a full human, but my mum begged him not to. She was afraid if people found out, they'd take me away for experiments and use me to prove ancient Aquadine existed. For as long as I could remember, my parents always argued because they never agreed on what to do with me. I never saw them happy together, unlike other families. I went on for a few years until my parents got divorced, but they promised never to tell anyone about what I really am. A monster. I don't know what to say. Anya had to enjoy so much pain because she was born different. She even blames herself for what happened to her family. Tell her your secret! At the same time, she's a lot like me, someone who's constantly afraid of having her secret found out. Someone who's always running away. While I've only been hiding my secret a few years, Anya has been alone her entire life. But maybe I can be someone who supports her, just like how Mum has always been there for me.
Anya.
I'm sorry to hear about your childhood, but you can't just say things like wishing you were never born. There are people who care about you, especially Diana. But for how long? If Diana ever finds out what I really am, she'll leave me just like my dad did. I can't trust anyone. She isn't the kind of person who'd break ties over something like this, right? You of all people should know that. I'm not saying you have to tell her your secret, but have some faith in your friends. Our friends? Even if I'm not as close to her as she is, I haven't told anyone. Actually, I'm still scratching my head on how the two of you became such good friends in the first place. I don't know how she did it. She probably used some dark magic or something. Dark magic? You must be worth the trouble if she has to go through something like that. I'm sure Cameron and Elizabeth care about you too.
Maybe.
I don't know. Even though we've all gotten a bit closer lately, I still can't trust others easily. You already know my secrets, so I have nothing to hide from you. I just wanted you to know more about me before deciding my fate. Everyone knows your mum's been in hospital for years now, and who knows when she'll get better. But that could be a different story if you have enough money. You could fly in the best doctors around the world and have some high-end technology developed to find a cure. That's why if you decide to sell me out, I wouldn't blame you. At least my life would finally have some meaning.
Enough.
I'd never do that. Anya is shocked as she takes a few steps back. She didn't expect someone to actually show concern for her. No, I also grew up without a dad, but he died at sea when I was really young. All I have left of him are pictures and stories. What I'm trying to say is you're not the only one who's raised by an imperfect family, so don't ever think you're alone or worthless. I promise not to tell anyone about your secrets. How can I be sure of that? Because you're not the only one with a secret. Oh, thank God, we're doing exchanging secrets, because that's how you get trust. With no hesitation, Robin reveals his alternate identity by taking off his glasses and pulling back his hair. Clark Kent, Superman. Anya is immediately met with surprise as she bumps into the desk behind her. I am Ciel. Now you're the first person outside of my family to learn my secret too.
What?
This whole time, Robin and Ciel weren't two different people, and the one who saw me at the shore was you all along? Yes, that's how I learned about who you really are. I'm sorry for hiding it.
Well,
I guess we both have a double identity, but what do you expect me to do with this knowledge?
Don't worry.
If word ever gets out that you're a mermaid, you can tell everyone I'm Ciel. My career will be over if the truth got out. It's not much, but I can't think of any other way to make you believe me. Can I really trust you, Robin? It's nearly time for Robin's next tour, so he heads home hoping Anya will open up with him. Bloop. Robin is the first to arrive in class the following morning. Instead of taking a nap, he seems concerned about what he recently learned. I don't have any idea how much time Mum has left, so I should hurry. But Levios said finding a large enough crystal will be hard nowadays. Guess the only way is to earn Anya's trust. Just as Robin rests his head, the crazy one sprints away through the doors to greet him.
what's up?
Morning, sleepyhead! How's it going? More importantly, what did you all do after I left?
I'm tired.
Every time he does that, it makes me yawn. It's about a psychopath. Nothing really. I left a little after you did.
Huh?
Even if they give you all the perfect chance to get something started? Listen up, even though she's kind of shallow and hates talking to people, Anya's a pretty girl. She was also sick. Can't keep giving chances, you know. Diana is still convinced that Anya and I have a relationship. Maybe I should mess with her so she'll leave me alone. Well, you're also not a psychopath then, Linky.
As a matter of fact.
She took me to her room and showed me something no other guy has ever seen. Wow, she's more daring than I thought. What are you talking about? I meant all the drawings hanging in her room.
Hey!
What? You were playing me for a fool, weren't you? Hey, consider this revenge for teasing me all the time. Morning.
What's up?
Hey there, Anya. We were just talking about how you let Robin into your room.
How annoying.
Ugh. You didn't tell Diana what happened, did you? Something actually happened. This is huge.
Wow.
Nothing. He didn't stay long, right, Robin?
Don't worry.
That's right. We didn't really do much. As the bell sounds, a few more students rush inside before Mr. Norton closes the door. Much to everyone's surprise, Anya also takes a seat. With classes done for the day, Anya drags her feet out of the classroom and visibly regrets her decision.
Wow.
It's finally over.
Hmm.
I'm surprised you went to all your classes today. What made you come?
Well,
I thought about what you told me yesterday about trusting my friends. Diana's always been close to me, no matter how many times I try to avoid her. Since we're lucky enough to get the same class, maybe I should try socialising with my friends. Being in class is more than just listening to lectures, it's a chance to get to know our peers better. I guess even you could still learn a thing or two.
maybe.
You want to talk. Diana tells you might be a bigger hermit than I am. Then again, I hear you can be a smooth talker half the time. Who's the one dropping hints now? Sorry, I'm still surprised you're him all along. I'm sure most people would be.
Don't worry.
It's fine. Anyway, if you're heading home, why don't we leave together? My company is on the way to your place. Sure, I don't mind. As they walk down the hall together, Diana hides behind a corner and watches them closely. She's got the proudest smirk on her face. It's for this, but if she finds out Robin is Ciel, she can't date Ciel and Anya have Robin. She's going to be so disappointed. Walking home together is a great start to a beautiful romance. At least that's how it goes in the comics I've read. Wait, did Robin talk about the cloud company? He's not bringing her home, is he? Even better, I'll just tag along and check them lovebirds.
Hey.
Oh no. I sense mischief. What are you up to? Oh, hey there. See here, cuz. Well, I'm kind of your classmate in case you forgot, and it looks like you're tailing Robin and Anya. Yeah, wanna come with? My team and I are busy preparing for the tournament, so I'll pass. Just try not to get into any trouble, okay? Got it, cuz. Diana hurries along before she loses sight of Robin and Anya, while Cameron heads to practice. Anya passes by a few alleys on her way home with Robin, but she glimpses at each of them unconcerned.
Well,
I haven't seen Banjo around lately. Could you help me find her?
Don't worry.
Alright, she's probably off looking for food again. Trust takes a long time to build, so I'd better start now if I want to help. Besides, I also have a few more questions for our furry friend. Now that I think about it, I wonder if Anya knows who Banjo really is. After inspecting every corner and trash can, Robin and Anya regroup at the end of an alley. Neither of them had any luck. That's weird. She usually likes to hang around here. Wish I could help a little longer, but I need to get to work soon. Oh, that's right. Sorry for taking your time.
As a matter of fact.
Not at all. Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to come with me.
what?
To your house? How am I supposed to respond to that? I mean, I've already been to your room, so what's the big deal? Just wanted to show you around so you won't have any doubts about me, but you don't have to if you're not comfortable. Fine.
Whatever.
Just for a little bit, okay? Robin leads the way to the cloud company after Anya agrees to follow him. Once they reach Robin's home, he unlocks the door and welcomes Anya inside. I can hear someone watching cartoons.
Hello.
Grandpa, I'm home. Could you make us some tea? Get it yourself. Grandpa is busy.
Wow.
So this is the cloud company, huh? Gee, I must be the luckiest girl in the world. Grandpa, we have a visitor. Hello, welcome to the cloud company. How may Grandpa help you today? We brought a girl home.
Well,
That's not like that. I mean, he told me he's Ciel, but that's about it.
Oh, yeah?
What? Why did you tell
As
her?
a matter of fact.
Because she's special. I'm special?
Hmm.
Robin, are you sure about this? Do you even remember why we kept it a secret in the first place?
Don't worry.
We can trust her. Anyway, my customers will be here soon, so I need to get ready.
Oh.
Oh, about that, they just called to cancel their appointment for an emergency. I see, are they rescheduling? Don't know yet, but next appointment will be later tonight.
Sure.
Understand. Since I have some time to kill, I'm going to give Anya a complimentary ride, if that's okay.
what?
What? Didn't tell me anything about that. I have to get changed, so could you wait for a bit? Alright. Robin leaves Anya alone with his grandpa as he heads upstairs to get ready. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Robin enters his room and closes the door behind him before thinking about his concerns. With the recent events that have taken place, I'll have to adjust my priorities. I'm convinced that the merfolk mythology is no longer a myth, and the doctors may not be able to help my mum. This part-time job is no longer my main concern, but I haven't had any luck finding crystals yet. You haven't looked! I've never seen them before, and it might be even possible to find them on my own. But if I spend more time with Anya and earn her trust, maybe she can help me. Yes, I mean, that is a reasonable expectation. Just as Robin nearly pulls his gondolier uniform from the closet, he hesitates for a moment. Wait, does this mean that Ciel is no longer needed? No, regardless of who I become, I'll do whatever it takes to save her. Robin fixes his hair and puts on his contact lenses and slips into his gondolier uniform before heading downstairs. Aha, it's like me. So it's not really just taking off the glasses. He puts on contact lenses. I understand that transformation. Ciel takes Anya to the floating market with a chance that Banjo might be attracted to the scent of cooked fish. Floating market? Do you think Banjo might be here?
Why, yes.
It's certainly a possibility, especially with all those hawkers cooking here every day.
Well,
That's not like she's swim or anything. The smell of all this food is making me hungry, by the way.
Hey, folks.
How you doing? Mr. Norton? Well, if it isn't No-Show, never thought you'd be the type of girl who'd hang out with Seattle. That's not what it looks like. He's the one who invited me here.
Don't worry about that.
No need to be shy about it. Since you're already here, feel free to check out my prints.
Interesting.
These are amazing as usual, Mr. Norton. Your business seems to be doing well. Don't get too cocky, kid. I was selling a lot more back when Tori was around, but you're making your way up. Oh, I'll doubt I'll ever surpass her.
Let me say something.
Hey, you'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Just gotta keep your chin up and grind, you know? Heck, the art's the same. True masters of their craft only got noticed where they are after many years of practice. Speaking of artists, I see No-Show brought her sketchbook. Mind if I take a look? Knock yourself out. Mr. Norton flips open the sketchbook and he's taken aback by how much detail was put into all Anya's background art. Oh, I'm making it canon that all the art in this game is done by Anya. Because it's gorgeous. These aren't bad, kid. If anything, you could use different pencils to emphasize your line variations. I think that would help separate the middle ground from the background a little bit more.
actually,
Art is more of a diary for me than a hobby. I never had any intentions of honing my skills, but thanks for the advice.
Oh, yeah?
Why don't you join the art club? You can meet other interesting folks in there and learn a few things.
Why, yes.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe you could make some new friends, Anya.
maybe.
I'll think about it. Yes, just let me know if you want in. I got you, kid. Mr. Norton, did you happen to see a fat cat around here? Oh, you mean the fat one from the field trip?
Is that clear?
Banjo is just a little chubby. I'm just messing with you, No-Show. Haven't seen her since, but I'll let you know if I do. With that, Ciel and Anya part ways with their teacher in order to continue their search for the chubby cats. You could just say cat. The fact that you keep emphasizing her chubbiness is just kind of annoying. Black cat. The cat containing the god of the sea. After visiting a couple more vendors at the market, Ciel skulls towards the mall to continue their search.
Anya.
I was curious about how long you've known Banjo. You seem quite close with her. Maybe a few years. Other than my parents, she was the only one who learned about the Trimi. Huh. Levios probably knew long before that, but I wonder why he's keeping an eye on her. Is he just trying to protect her? And why did he take on a physical form? I still don't know enough.
Actually,
Why are we at the mall of all places? The same reason why we visited the floating market. There's a pretty large food court here.
is that clear?
You know, just because Banjo is chubby doesn't mean all she does is eat.
So?
What about all that burger jack? Anya shuts up the moment she realizes there's no winning this argument. There's literally too much evidence in the form of burger
Well.
wrappers. Why should we look first? The mall does have a burger jack, but it's further ahead. Maybe we can buy some toys from the pet store to lure her out. Banjo is smarter than that. She won't be caught so easily. Since we're here already, why don't we check it out? We could also ask around if anyone has seen her.
What?
Sure. Anya follows Ciel inside with no other leads, and it's another excuse for her to see the little kittens while she's there. Kittens? 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 I can see bunny rabbits. I can see posters. There's one cat. I can see one cat that doesn't look very kitteny. What kind of toys get her attention? She likes playing with yarns, so maybe you can try that. Oh yeah, the cat literally ordered me to fetch one for her. Hi, and welcome to Pet Meow. How may I help
As
you?
a matter of fact.
We're searching for a fat black cat. Just, you seen her? A fat cat? You mean like the one over there?
No.
Banjo? Sad cry for help resounds from a nearby cage, and it's none other than Banjo. She's nearly given up on clawing her way out.
What?
Banjo, what are you doing there? This cat was caught stealing food from Burger Jack, so their employees thought she escaped from the store. They had to bait her with french fries before pinning her down. What were you saying? Something about Banjo being hard to catch?
I don't believe you.
Else isn't funny. I didn't recognise her, but they had me lock her in anyway. She yours?
Well.
I don't own her, but I know her. If she's a stray, I might need to take her to a shelter later. No. What if we adopt her? If you sign papers and drop the cash, you can keep her. I don't have any money on me.
Don't worry.
I'll take care of it. Really? I thought you didn't get along with her? Do I honestly look like someone who would hold a grudge? Yes, I am, but this is for the sake of my ulterior motives and nothing more. Anya grabs hold of Banjo as Ciel follows the store clerk to fill out some paperwork. We now own a deity. Or rather, a deity owns us. Ciel happily leaves the store while dragging Banjo by her new pink leash. Anya follows behind and is afraid to ask why he's enjoying this. I've always wanted to do this.
Wow.
Are you sure this isn't a grudge? Maybe it is, but if you hang with me into my next appointment, I'll give you this cat.
Fool.
Ha ha! Wait. Did I just become a bargaining tool?
As a matter of fact.
Yes, the moment I bought you. Why is Banjo talking? How dare you put a leash on me, you insolent fool! Remove it at once!
No.
But if I don't keep you on a leash, you'll just run off again. I am not to be treated like some useless house pet. Drag me all you like, but I will not move a muscle! Why is this stupid leash pink? Huh? But I picked it out just for you. You look so adorable. Yes, you do. Better keep an eye open when you're asleep. Fair warning.
So?
You still want her, Anya? Of course I do. I want even more now. Release me, human. This life is unfitting for a god. Meet Levios, the almighty sea deity.
I don't believe you.
Lavios?
Fool.
Are you mocking me, child? This is merely the beginning of their new adventure, and it seems Anya has some catching up to do with her furry friend. The breathtaking scenery in the sunset is worth capturing, but Anya is too occupied staring at the cat to take out her sketchbook. Are you really, Levios? Indeed I am, though it may be hard to believe me in this pitiful state.
So?
At least you didn't get sent to the shelter.
Fool.
How dare they put me in a cage? As the almighty Levios, I have the right to eat whatever I desire. Their ancestors would have died of starvation if it wasn't for me, but this is the thanks I get, worthless humans. What do you just call me?
Actually,
I never knew our sea deity was such an adorable fluffball. I am not adorable. I have the power to surf devastating tidal waves. You should be intimidated by my very presence. Scratch my back, woman. I can't reach it. Banjo closes her eyes with satisfaction as Anya runs her fingers across her fur. No, that's perfect. I don't know if you're really Levios, but you sure are haunty.
As a matter of fact.
Levios, I have a question for you. Won't be answers. I am enjoying the petting of my life. Is that any way to speak to your master? No one is worthy enough to be my master. I am Levios, king of the true Aquadine. How do you get there? Still looking for the crystals, eh?
Anya.
Have you seen any aquamarine crystals before? No, I've never seen ancient Aquadine either. I searched for the ruins to learn more about myself, but I never found it. The only times I could see it were in my dreams.
You see.
Then it's time you learn more about the merfolk. Anya, you are the last of our kind. What? I'm the last one?
Could it be?
When you said the merfolk were endangered, I thought there might have been a few left, but I never knew. To my knowledge, I do not believe there is any other merfolk currently alive. After Neptune decided to live on the surface, my people saw how happy she was. They wanted to follow her. I sealed away the abilities from my own daughter and all merfolk who wished to live on the surface to protect them.
What?
So it wasn't a punishment. Of course not. Merfolk lived with the humans before, but they were treated with discrimination. That was why I created Aquadine in the first place. I never thought there would be strong desire to return to the surface after everything they'd been through. All I could do was respect their decision. Juno would have certainly done the same. This is one of many inconsistencies from our document. This is one of the many inconsistencies from our documents. Maybe there are even a few things Anya could learn.
Well,
If you really are Levios, I have a request. You may speak. Make me a human too. Anya's sudden request catches them both by surprise, especially since she's the last of her kind. After D, I'm afraid the world will discover who I am and what they'll do to me. That's not the kind of life I want. I'm tired of living as a mermaid. I just want to be a normal girl who doesn't have to hide anymore. I want to feel like I can trust other people. How did I not see this coming? I was so focused on having Anya talk to Levios that I forgot about her feelings. It makes sense. Anya being born a mermaid tore her family apart, and now that Levios is here, she might have a chance to be full human. I understand, Anya. Come to the Aqua Temple tomorrow night, and we will continue our discussion then. Now, if you excuse me, I shall revert back to a cat. Ahem. Meow. Ciel raises an eyebrow, but Anya doesn't seem to be in the mood to adore Banjo right now. He notices and quietly takes her home before it gets dark. The words aren't coming to empathise with her. Once Ciel returns from his tour, he heads back to his room and lays in bed. Banjo scurries inside as well, but she doesn't seem very happy after meeting his grandpa. Never leave me alone with that old man again.
Oh?
What did he do?
Fool.
That bastard used me as a pillow and watched cartoons until he fell asleep. I've never felt so powerless in my life. He even drooled on me. That level of humiliation is unacceptable. I am the almighty Levios, ruler of the sea, not a pillow.
So?
More importantly, what did you think about Anya's request? About becoming a human? What nonsense. You should take pride as a mermaid and embrace it. You've watched her for a while, right? You must have known that she wanted to be human. Yes, I knew. That is why I never told her who I really am. After the last merfolk left the surface, the underwater kingdom was no more. A kingdom without its people is nothing. But when a mermaid was born from 2 humans, I thought there was a chance the kingdom could be revived. Her existence gave me hope. Wait a second, I just thought of something. I read about a disease that could potentially turn merfolk into a full sea creature, if untreated. I believe it was called endemia. That's what my mum really has. Couldn't you just remove it? Kind of like how you took away your people's ability to change forms. So your humans even know about endemia. I'm not surprised. Despite my orders never to disclose anything to the humans, it seems some of it slipped through the cracks.
You see.
Possible that your mother could have endemia, but I do not possess the power to cure diseases. The magic from an aquamarine crystal is the only remedy for it, aside from Muchacha, the goddess of healing. Muchacha.
Really?
Yes, she was quite the voluptuous lady. I certainly wouldn't mind being her pet. Sadly, I lost touch with her and the other deities after becoming a cat. And to my knowledge, no one has ever tried using a crystal on a human before. Whether it'll even work on humans remains a mystery, but your mother may be an exception, given she at least has the aquamarine eyes. I mean, she has the sea folk disease. Surely it'll work. I never witnessed a human get endemia before, so even I cannot predict the future, unfortunately. I guess there really isn't a way around it. Ciel grabs an extra cushion for Banjo to sleep on before changing out of his uniform. They're about ready to call it a night. And I'm actually going to call it a night here, because it just felt like a good place to stop. It's also 6 o'clock. And then we can figure out what's going on with Anya. Ooh, I wonder what's in the gallery now. Oh, how cute the little baby is! Okay. Oh, cool. We unlocked one of them. Excellent. We unlocked both of them. Interesting. And the transformation photo. Yeah, cool. At least we can unlock the artwork on this. This one's cool. That would be Levios. And that was their picnic. I'm stuck. There we go. I'm stuck in the picnic. And that's her room. Cool. Okay. There's also a music room. Okay. Movies. Okay. Right, okay. Right. I'm gonna leave it here. Because we've been 3 hours. We did not finish that story, so I'm reckoning it's going to be at least another 2 streams. So we'll continue with this. Secret Goddess of Achiever. Silly. Yeah, we're going to leave it here. We will do more Aquadine next Sunday, I think, just because I'm curious to play more. And I feel like we're committed to finishing this story because it's very intriguing. So yeah. I have normal streams this week. I may also be tired, but yeah. If Jessie comes back to watch the end of the VOD to find out, then yes, Jessie, we are doing Tuesday, and I suggested Hourglass yesterday, so I'm going to assume that you're all okay with this. I will check in if you're streaming either tonight or tomorrow. Ooh! 777117. That's what my gamer score is right now. Crap, that's closer than I thought. gonna flip quickly back. Look, look, look. 777117. So I'm like less than 660 away. I'm gonna have to plan that, possibly. I forgot to factor hourglass into my things. Okay. Yeah, 660. I'm going to have to factor that into my calculations because I've got another 90 on immortality. I'm nearly done. I've just got to find the 10% of the corrupted footage and then I'm done. So, yeah, I'll have to factor in what I've got left in hourglass and see whether I need to hit that before. Also, I just realized I have a cute dragon. I'd forgotten I put that on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually start planning it. I've got my last 25 planned. But yeah, maybe that it's planned for either Tuesday or Thursday stream. We may try and do it. We'll see how much is left in hourglass and then what that's gonna leave me. So I could do it at the beginning of Thursday's stream. Okay, so that, yeah, I'll need to do some maths. I have a spreadsheet, it's fine. Just need to figure out what will fit. So yeah. Something. Anyway, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you very much to PR Helm for the code for this, for soft something. I think soft colours, but I'm just going to check. Oh! Soft colours for the for doing the game. It's really, really cool. Hi, Ima. Nice raid. Good timing. I am literally about to hit the end stream button. Welcome in, raiders. Obviously appreciate the raid. Twitch API seems to be blocked. I believe it's playing Tyler Model 9 based off the Model 9? Model 5. Model 5. Anyway, thank you for the follow. But yes, welcome in, raiders. Hi, I'm Jo, but I'm sorry, bye, I'm Jo. Otherwise known as... It's not Nightbot's fault. Don't blame Nightbot. Blame Twitch's API. Anyway, thank you very much for the raid, Ima. I'm really sorry, but I'm ending my stream. I'll be back on Tuesday with Jesse and some hourglass, and I'm planning my 777 milestone because it's a really cool number. So yeah, thanks for being here. If you like variety stuff, please feel to drop me a follow. But yeah, sorry, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Goodbye.